hi everyone, and welcome to today's show. Welcome, guys. We are live, by the way. I can hear you, so good. Sound's working. I need to stop being so nervous about sounds working and just assume that it does. Guys, welcome to the show. First of all, first things first. All the first things first. I need to fix my overlay because it's not working right, but we'll get to that shortly. We'll get to that. First of all, here are my social links. If you guys would like to check out our Discord, it's full of wonderful people that you can already see having a wonderful conversation in this community. Love you all, guys. Twitter, if you guys want to get into a game, send me a DM on Twitter. We are now getting towards the end of November, which means we have up to 4, maybe 5 games, 5 weeks, which would be about 12 games of 12 players. So we've only got about 48 spots left for players this season. They are filling up very quickly. So get me in a DM and I will get you in a game. Simple as that. Next up, we are now full time, and as such, we rely on your support. You can see the. Thank you for the follow. You can see the monthly costs at the bottom of the screen over there. We are working towards those, and also we have a Patreon. We also have merchandise, and what we do at the end of the month, if you're in the Discord, we'll sum it all up and see how we've done for the month. Yeah. Merch that. Don't have a competition yet because I'm useless. But we do have a tweet this week, where you can tweet. Every 10 retweets we'll give a wild magic surge to a random player. And lastly, but most certainly not leastly, we have a brand new sponsor in Bird in the Storm Publishing. Their logo will be on the screen very shortly as I pull my finger out. But yes, we have a sponsor. Awesome sauce. So whilst I'm fixing the overlay, why don't we go around and say hello to everyone? We can go...
Wow, all this gold is for me? Thank you, you guys.
Early donation there. Love it. Nothing to worry about, Charlie. Nothing to worry about. We will go around the screen. Let's go down, left, up, right, and down again. Let's do that. So we will start with Stuart. Oh, hi, Stuart.
What? Hello? Hi? Sorry, you caught me off guard there a second. Hi.
Hi. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. We're just going to say hi over and over again?
Well, I mean, we can do. I mean,
Yeah.
Quality content? Is that quality content? I
That's
think so.
definitely quality content. This is only the professionals you get from having me on your streams.
Can you say it in character so I can add it to my book?
No. I'm never saying hello ever around Dave. So, yeah. Well, I don't know what you want me to say.
Hi, who are you? What character are you playing?
Hi, I'm Stuart, in case you hadn't figured. I'm Stuart. You can see me on Twitter. I am playing Rapture, the tiefling wizard, who's currently stuffing a body in a cellar, I think.
In a fridge.
Yeah, in a fridge. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting episode. So we'll go down and left next to Tahina.
Hey everyone! I'm playing Forja Flamane, the daughter of the desert, and last thing we did was that Forja was riding on Dave's shoulder. We did corner an assassin who killed herself, and then we cremated her on a rooftop. That's what happened.
Yep, that's true. So next we'll go up the screen to Charlie.
Helps if I can find the mute button. Hi, I am playing Dave Tulip, who is our Kenku wild magic sorcerer. I'm sorry, I just can't watch this. You guys go away. I can't do my intro and watch you guys. I am Prosperify on Twitter. Dave was recently pushed off a roof, and it was quite the shock having come back from a desert adventure. And I can still see you. I still have my stream open. And she was up on a roof with her good friend Falja when the assassin pushed them off. And Dave flew back up to investigate, only the assassin decided it was better not to live than face the true wrath of Dave. Which is fair. I can see that. And previous to that, Dave had blown up Red Leaf's apartment. and Dave had fallen through a roof when men were falling from the sky. And Dave recently became famous because Dave is the only Kenku in Waterdeep that can fly naturally. So that's kind of cool. So that's Dave, and that's me. I rely on this book to tell me what Dave can say, because Dave can only mimic things she's heard. So yes, that's me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And next we will go across the stream. We'll jump over us all and go to Chorus.
Hi guys, I am Chorus RPG, and I'm going to be playing Red Leaf. Last time, had her house blown up, and has now kind of moved in with her friends, who she's paid for her room, of course, in their inn. And with the assassins that were in the last game, she's very interested to see how that goes. So, let's see.
Why is everybody putting the things on the nose?
I don't understand.
Right.
Do it. Just do
No,
it.
Rachel did it. So Stuart was the last one. Stuart, you get to do our recap. So every week we play a game where if you put your finger on your nose, the last person to do so does the recap. So
I tried to subtly tell you. I tried to not subtly tell you.
I feel like I'm back in primary school playing Duck Duck Goose.
I mean, you are the wizard, so you're like the party nerd, so of course Dave's going to pick on you.
It's alright, Stu. Your character isn't a goose, they're a peacock. We know this.
I think it's always the most fun the first time someone plays that game. It's the best. So Stuart, what happened last week?
Should we introduce the other character
Oh
first?
yeah, sorry. Yes, you're very right. Very right. I got excited about the nose game.
Curious mystical warlock.
I got excited because of the nose game. I got excited. So last but most certainly not least, we welcome Talinia, who plays Taziel. And I nearly punched the light.
Hi, yes, I'm Rachel. I am playing the Asmar Warlock, Taziel. And last session, I was helping my darling brother stuff bodies into fridges in the cellar of our tavern.
Lovingly and carefully stuffing them into fridges.
Yes, I don't even think all of them were dead.
Yeah.
Yet.
Three out of 4. Wait,
3
no.
or 4.
4 out of 5.
Yeah.
There were 3 guards and then there was the lady.
Yes, so 4 out of 5.
And then there was the unconscious assassin. Don't forget that.
Assassino.
Yeah. So then,
All right,
go on then. Let's do it.
I'll do the recap. All
Yes,
right.
please.
I hate you.
I know.
I hate you so much.
I know.
All right. So last week, we had the arrival of Taziel and Rapture, the 2 new characters, as Dave, Redleaf, and Forger made their way to the Fey Patron, the tavern owned by the siblings. After some carousing and conversation there, especially involving Samuel, I believe their name was, the son of the Lord General. There was a scream heard outside, and when several members of the group rushed out to see what was going on, they found an assassin murdering, or having already murdered 3 guards, and was in the process of murdering a woman. He was promptly, the assassin was promptly dealt with by Redleaf's pixie, and then Dave and Forger, in some sort of weird via Ganassi Kenku Voltron, chased after the other one, the other assassin who had tried to push them off a cliff, not a cliff, off a roof, and throw acid at their fallen compatriot. And then this other assassin murdered themselves after being confronted by Redleaf, Forger, and Dave, rather than face the truth or their questioning. And as Forger cremated the body, Taziel and Rapture were picking up the other bodies and putting them inside because they were ignoring the advice of a guard to stay out of it. Because, you know, F the police. Yeah. Did I miss anything? You put me on the spot there.
It was a snow globe.
Yeah.
It was a snow globe. A sand globe. Yeah.
And Fauja did talk to the tree. Did you mention that bit?
No, Faja did trot to the tree and got a map.
Yes, which I now have in my possession.
Right. Yes.
Cool. Things went forward a little bit. We go forward to the next day. There's been no uproar. No one's come asking questions. All in all, it's been very quiet.
All right. And what of the other assassin, the unconscious one that is currently in our wine cellar?
I imagine he would wake up unless you take some precautions against him.
Yeah.
I assume we've tied him up.
Yeah, we did. We hog-tied him.
Yeah, checked his mouth for any poison teeth.
Yes. Although he didn't have any teeth.
Poison tongue?
Yeah, like Grim or Wormtongue. Yeah.
Poison tonsils?
Most people's tonsils are poisoned, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, we checked him for all manner of poison, and as far as I remember, we didn't find anything.
Yeah, no.
Disarmed him and just sort of left him down there. I'll probably go in every now and again, bonk him on the head to knock him out again.
Oh.
Until we're ready to
You
do
bonk
it.
him on the head, I'll offer him a drink, come on.
Yeah, while I'm bonking him on the head, so we don't actually have to make
This
him
is the
buy a
normal
drink.
pattern for these two. One of them bonks him on the head, the other one boils him a drink.
Yeah,
We have a good cop, bad cop routine.
yeah.
Good bar owner, bad bar owner.
But it's just two bad bar owners. It's just one is a bad bar owner because they're giving drinks away for free, and one is a bad bar owner because they're assaulting the patrons.
Yeah. Well, you can do this. You can keep going. What does everyone else do in this time? Do you guys go back to your respective places? Someone take hold of the mic. Let's go.
So Dave, I imagine with Fauja having had Red Leaf say that they're reporting them to someone for what happened with the assassin and things not looking good, would have taken Fauja to I'm gonna say there's probably like a warehouse or something near the docks that Dave would occasionally go and sleep in. Dave not having a permanent home in the city. Kind of a nice little rafter type area where you can kind of perch and get your kip on. And so hopefully that was still kind of available to the Kenku to kind of sneak in at night and have a nap and have a sleep.
Yeah, they put up a small shrine to you because they know where you usually sleep.
Yeah, they were expecting us and they had cookies.
Yeah.
Groupies were waiting.
And I imagine for Fauja, it would have been a weird night because she would have just had the sea all night, just making that kind of noise as it's like lapping against the docks and the tides going in and out. And then in the morning, all the sailors getting noisy, sorting out cargoes and vessels and women and men and things that sailors sort out. Fish! They sort out fish.
Let's go with fish.
Yeah, those noisy fish.
As far as Forja is concerned, maybe.
In D&D, I imagine fish could be noisy. You imagine
This is
sort of
true.
spells and things they could cast.
In universe, there is actually called a Neverwinter screaming trout, which while it's dying goes.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely hear that screaming sort of cow noise coming from this group of trout.
I completely just made up.
Well, yeah, it's canon now.
It's canon now in our water.
No.
I mean, there are merfolk in the bay, and I imagine, is that a fish? Is a merfolk a fish? It's
But we didn't call it
They're
them
hybrids.
face. They might not not like that so much.
Yeah,
Hmm,
no, there's something fishy about that.
absolutely.
So yeah, that's I imagine what they did for the rest of the night was basically just go into hiding and just find some
Hmm.
sleep and rest and agree like in the morning they'll make a plan and figure out what they're gonna do.
You know, Dave, even in the desert, if you have something to trade, you can always give that to other people to make them let you go if they don't like you. And I think we do owe something to Redleaf. So we need some means for things to trade, or maybe for the money that they say is so important. The little shiny discs?
Shiny.
Yes, they seem to like them very much. So we need to find out how to get those. So we can give them to Redleaf, and Redleaf gave them to the guards. So if we have them as well, then maybe we can give them to the guards if they come looking for you. Right? It's like basically giving a gift to the roof mistress. Only those people here do it weirdly, but yeah, we need to get the shiny discs. That's what I'm saying. So how do we get the shiny discs? What do you think?
And Dave will sit down on her little birdie feathery butt and kind of just look really like thoughtful, like deep thought, like Meanwhile, her brain is going, I know a million ways we can get money, but none of them Fauja's gonna really like. And then she will kind of lunge forwards and go into Fauja's various scarves and robes and pull out the orb that Fauja had found yesterday and remind her about the Glassmakers Guild.
Oh yes, we could go there. And then I could show them the armor and the weapons and the beads. And maybe we could do that for them and then we trade and they give us shiny discs. And we could give them to Redleaf in return, right? Are you feeling good now that we slept, or do you need more sleep before we go there?
Having taken a long rest, you would be down 1 level of exhaustion.
3. Yes.
You okay?
I like you. And she'll give Fauja a big hug because we've had a shitty time recently. But we're gonna.
Fauja is hugging Dave and gives her a kiss on the beak and says, "You're Dave the Divine. You will take this city by storm, just like you did the desert, like the phoenix rising." So let's find out where we find the people who made this, right? On the bottom, there is something written there. It is written. Do you know where this is?
And Dave will have a look. Does Dave know where the Glassmakers Guild is? Either based on the bauble or from previous knowledge.
There is a address on the bottom of the bauble, and it also correlates with where you would expect to find them.
Okay, cool. Dave will nod.
Cool. Do I look respectable? I say and arrange my scarf.
Yes.
Okay. Then let's try to find my... Yeah. The ones who do practice the same craft, right?
Be among us and be free.
And thank you for making me part of your tribe. I am very honored.
Hiya!
Would you like me to transform, or is that a bad idea? Because you did not like the fire, and I have not seen one giant lizard in this city, in this very cold and wet city, so no giant lizards, right?
No.
Then let's just walk, right?
Okie dokie.
And I take your hand and mine, and we...
And we'll try and find like a ladder or like a drain pipe to shimmy down out of the rafters. And as we proceed through the docks, Dave wants to keep an eye out for a barrel of fish that isn't being like closely watched, and is going to try and steal us some breakfast.
Okay, make me a perception or investigation check.
Alright. I'm gonna go perception because it's not up to me.
On a 9, you can see a barrel. No one seems to be particularly near it.
Dave kind of moves slowly away from Fasha, kind of sidestepping towards it, like just looking around as if she's looking everywhere but the barrel, and then like a little feathery hand goes out and just tries to swipe like a little handful, like maybe like one fish by the tail, something like that. Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand or stealth, up to you.
Yeah, it's the same for me. 11.
On an 11, you dip your hand into the barrel and you can feel lots of small, slimy fish. These are anchovies in oil. Yeah.
I just take like a handful of this slimy mass because I've committed at this point. Pull my hand out and put it in a pocket.
From down the docks, you hear someone say, "Hey!
Hey!
Oi! Is that a thief?"
No!
A burly man with a broad moustache walks towards you.
I grab Fasha's hand in my hand and I drag her away, running as quick as my bird feet, which flip-flop the whole way, like Pingu's feet.
I will grab her, put her on my shoulder, and start hustling out of there.
Hey,
Hiya!
You're putting her on your shoulders. I imagine you'll start to feel a slimy sort of goo run down your
Ew.
shoulders.
What did you get? I say, holding your feet.
Who is the L, please?
Was the L not in a vase or something?
The man approaches his barrel, sees there's not much missing, puts the lid back on, and begins taking it back to his ship.
I am gonna try and steal Fasha down the side alley, like as soon as I'm sure we're not being like trailed by this dude. And I'll kind of scramble down. I'll hold out my oily, fishy hand and say, "Mmm, tasty."
This smells atrocious.
And I'll like grab one of the little anchovies and like, mmm, 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 mmm.
Very salty. Mm-hmm. Very good. I think I'm full.
And I'll offer some to little bugger who doesn't like it any more than Fasha does.
I'm starting to eat good berries to get a different
And
taste in my
I'll,
mouth.
look around the streets for like a puddle or like a water barrel, like a rain barrel, to try and wash my hand off or my wing off, I guess.
That's something reasonable that you could find.
Would you like me to show you a trick?
Yes.
And I look around to make sure that no one is there. And if no one is there, I'm going to use control water to make the water wash you. Swirl around you and then put it back in the barrel.
I like foof my feathers out so there's lots of gaps between them, and I'm like a happy little bird in this bird bath that's apparently washing me.
Yes.
Like the drive-through Dave wash.
Welcome to the car wash. The kangaroo wash.
Kangaroo wash.
Yeah.
If only Dave knew the words. We should have this as a business.
So as
We could do that for all of the flock.
as you guys make your way over to the trade district, why don't we check in with someone else? Why don't we check in with Redleaf?
Well, Relief is going to probably sleep most of the night. She's gonna stay up a bit and see if Gus comes back. If not, she'll just go to bed and wait for him in the morning. Is he there when she wakes up?
Yeah, sure. Augusta's there when you wake up. You're in the inn, right? You're sleeping in the inn?
Yeah, I'm sitting in the inn. It's like, oh, good, you're back. Did you talk to Stonegrave?
Oh.
What'd he say? I figured as much, but at least they know, and I'm sure the Harpers are gonna want to know what I'm gonna do from now.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah, he might.
what does he say?
He's implying that they didn't seem too bothered.
Gonna swing her feet off of the bed, and she's in her her clothes from the day before because all of her clothes got blown up. She's got nothing besides that, so she'll sigh and she'll go to the basin nearby, and she's gonna splash some water under her face and go downstairs. I'm just gonna see if anybody is in the kitchen right now.
Taziel is rooting around for breakfast.
Hello, darling.
Redleaf, I see you're up. It's how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. Is there any tea?
Yes, absolutely. Tea is one of the few things we do have. If we didn't have tea, I think Rapture would go mad. Hold on, let me find some for you.
Good. Thank you.
Rifling around through different teas.
Where's Rapture?
Well, he's either asleep still, which wouldn't surprise me, or he's counting coin again, which also wouldn't surprise me.
That's okay. While the tea is working, do you mind if I go speak to our guests downstairs?
Of course, of course. It just occurred to me. Did you sleep in that last night?
Yeah. And you can see it's kind of crinkled, and there's still a few stains from the tipped wine from when she rushed out. So
I'm so sorry. Everything happened so fast last night. I didn't even have time to think properly. Listen, if you want to borrow anything at all, I've got plenty I can lend you.
Oh, no.
I don't know how well how good the fit will be, but it'll be warm and clean.
To a recent donation, Redleaf, you stub your toe on a chest.
Ow! What?
This chest is full of what looks like your clothes.
Did you bring this in here?
I didn't. No.
Just gonna lean down and open up the chest. So it's her clothes.
Yeah.
Gonna put her hands in it. Just kind of mush it around. Well, these are a lot of my clothes.
What, the ones that got burnt up?
Yeah. She's
That
gonna
is-
put the chest and close it. I don't know if I trust this. We'll save this for later, I think.
You never know. Could always be a gift from the patron himself. You have professed how fond you are of him, after all.
Yeah, well, I've heard that he's an interesting sort for sure. But I think for now, until I can figure out if this chest isn't cursed or isn't going to blow up or kill me, I think I'm just gonna leave this here.
All right. If you ever want to take me up on my offer, you're more than welcome.
I've got a better idea. I have some coins still left, and I think some new clothes would do us both good. And we can bring Rapture.
Now that is tempting.
Yeah. Trade district.
All right, but promise me you'll help me keep an eye on Rapture. He is very spend happy.
I will try, but you know that I tend to indulge him a little bit too much.
All right, I'll keep an eye on you both.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go downstairs. if you want to come with me, that's fine. How have they kept themselves nicely, or have they been rowdy?
We've ensured that rowdiness hasn't been a problem.
All right, she's gonna go open up the door and head down into the cellar.
Which is where
come along as
Rapture.
well.
That's where Rapture is.
Oh. Hello, darling.
Oh, good morning. I was just sort of.
Morning, Blueberry.
And you didn't call me that? Right. So I've set up a little arcane lock here so that our house guests cannot get out. I was just about to go talk to them. So, do you mind if I go first?
Not sure.
I guess.
Wonderful. I've been practicing for this. I always wanted to be a private detective. Or at least play one.
Alongside everything else you've always wanted to be.
Well, I learned a long time ago that you should grow like a tree, not like a bush. Extend the one finger I got at first before you branches out.
Who taught you that phrase?
It's well, do you remember that stint about 2 months ago where he thought he wanted to be a gardener? I think you picked that up.
Oh, yes. That was just after he wanted to be a concert pianist, I seem to recall.
This is it. I'm simply gathering reference for my acting abilities. All right, I'll have you know. Now,
All right.
Sure
I don't
thing.
judge, darling.
now I have to indulge in my infernal side a moment,
Of course.
and I will open the door with the arcane lock on it.
I believe you can be the best bad cop here.
Well, let's find out. I will close the door behind me.
I'm going to turn to Taziel. Say, I don't know how well this is going to go.
Well, if he goes too far, I'll drag him out.
All right. Well, if there's a scream, I'm going
Oh,
down
don't
there,
worry.
and I mean
I
from
will be
him,
there.
not from the other one.
I'll be there, my dear Relief. Do not worry. We won't let him go too far.
Well, in that case, if he's going to do that, I guess I'll make up some something to eat. What do you
Oh, yeah, I never even finished making any breakfast. I had a look around. We haven't got a huge amount in at the moment. We did blow most of the money and supplies on the masquerade.
I've told you need to conserve.
I know, and we are trying, but I'm not very good with finances and numbers. And Rapture is. He's very good, but he's not very good at holding on to them.
That's fair. Gust, while I'm preparing dinner, could you do me a favor? Go down and keep an eye on Rapture, please. And she's going to send him down, and he's going to turn invisible.
Oh yes, good idea. Ira, you go with. You love being with Gus, your best friend.
And this is the snake familiar
Yeah,
that's
and
also a
this-
sprite.
Yeah, there's a little sprite who prefers to take the form of very lazy little golden snake, and I just pop him down on the floor.
Now you two behave, and Gust, behave yourself. Be nice. And I can't see you, but I know that tone.
Meow.
Go on.
Now, Ira, remember, your home is your castle, and darling Rapture is just as much your brother as he is mine. So if he goes too far, you come right up here and tell me, okay?
All right, now both of you, shoot. Come on. Got work to do. And Red Leaf is going to go into the pantry and see if she can whip something up.
I mean, yeah, this is a pub, like, so it's full of food. I believe Tazzy might want to prestidigitate some of it so that it tastes better than it did before, but
We'll freshen up a bit.
but yeah, food, glorious food.
Nom, 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 nom.
Well, with that, why don't we go down into the basement with Rapture?
All right. So as I go in, obviously I close the door and the arcane locks into place again, which I found out I don't need to grind my gold up for because of my tieflingness. So I don't have to grind up all of my gold into powder. But as I go in, I want to cast Major Illusion to turn the interior of this cellar here into just blackness. Black wall, floor, and ceiling. No doors, no entryways, save for a crate, which I also turn completely black, but I can sit on it.
Okay.
And obviously the figure in here. And then I will just wake them up.
Have you gagged them?
Yeah, and I'll pull the gag off.
Well,
You caused quite a ruckus yesterday, my friend.
no, wasn't me.
Clearly not. However, last night was a very important night for my sister. And you interrupted it, you and your companion. Now, I don't know what happened to your companion. Frankly, I don't really care. What I want to know is why you did this outside of our tavern, and who you're working for.
Strike me down. Another two will take my place.
I'm sure I could. I'm not going to. That's not exactly my modus operandi. To make it a much easier time, though, if you were to simply tell me exactly what's going on, and I will cast Phantasmal Force on him, which forces him to see his darkest nightmare. And he gets a saving throw from it.
What is the saving throw?
It is intelligence saving throw. Yeah, most
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, most illusions are intelligence. Otherwise, I might have to have your nightmares here get a little bit closer to your reality.
All right, I'm just one of many. It wasn't me last night because it could have been any of me.
I figured as much. The whole get-up, the, sort of man of many faces, it's a little cliche, isn't it?
We've been in this city working at the core for years. Cliche or not, we'll prevail.
Will you now? And what exactly is it you're prevailing with? Who are you working for? And goals, most importantly. You see, I've lived in this city my entire life, but as you can tell, it's not my ancestral home. And I'm fairly certain that where my blood is originally from is a darn sight less pleasant than this place you're in right now. And I could take you there if you wanted to. Or you could tell me what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just one of many. I'm not a captain or a...
For a split second, the darkness turns to the bellowing depths of hell and flickers back.
So dramatic.
He hasn't got any hands. Look, I've got a handler, okay? They give me instructions.
What is their name?
If I knew their name, I'd be dead.
What do they look like? Like you?
We all look alike.
And where do you meet them?
Sewers.
Whereabouts?
Different locations. Most usually towards the city centre.
Right. And they all look like you. Any particular code words you give to make sure that it's the correct people?
Not as such. No. On my hand, there's a mark. We show each other that mark.
Wonderful. And the name of
Looks
your
like we got a new
organization?
friend.
We are the organization with no organization. We are the unknown faces in the night. We are the unmasked. The unknown.
That's even more melodramatic than me. Well, thank you for your patronage. It's been wonderful to speak to you today, and I dispel the illusion we're back in the cellar. You've been so cooperative with me today. Oh, and gotcha. And I smack him on the head again and knock him out. I dust myself off and I get up. I open the arcane lock and I walk out, looking very smug with myself. I go see my sister and Redleaf.
And there are a number of pans that are on fire and are burning. And Redleaf is freaking out because she cannot cook to save her life.
I'm just like dashing around with mage hand, trying to pat everything out.
I don't understand. It was the egg. The eggs were fine. I thought it
How
would
could
work.
you make fire out of scrambled
I
eggs?
don't know.
Good morning, Redleaf.
For once, Rapture, I think I would rather have been with you this morning.
Oh,
How
I
did
had a
That's
very
her
pleasant
fault.
morning.
Well, and she bounces back as a flame.
Not unburnt eggs.
I just start clicking my fingers and prestidigitating every fire out.
Oh, come on now. I could have done that. That's boring.
We have more important things to talk about right now. I got some wonderful information from our friend.
Right? Did you
Turns
find out where
out-
he came from?
Yes, how to find more of them, the thereabouts name of their organization, and it seems like there's something bigger afoot here than simple murdering of guards and young women in strangely white dresses. Why is it always white dresses that young women are murdered in? It's very dramatic, isn't it?
It makes the blood show up.
Right, but you don't exactly wait till someone wears a white dress. Is it like when in all of those old dramas, what was it called? Spelljammer Trek, where the ones wearing the red shirts would always die.
Oh, I saw those plays. Those were fun.
Yes, they're very hammy, but put together
Yeah,
a
I used to
a
drag
good.
one every week.
Yes, yes. Well, it was a weekly. It was a monster of the week.
I did much prefer their second run, the one with the actor that they had, the one with the bald head.
Oh,
Oh, I liked
Another
him.
one. Yeah, he was.
what's his name?
Mhm.
Luke John Pritchard, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, sounds
Yes,
about right.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, wonderful actor. I do like how they took the red shirts from the first one and made those the commanders, and were like, "See, we can't kill them now." It was a good nod to the first one. Yes, yes.
I,
It's much better though when that other actor grew his beard out.
I think his name was John Luke Perkins, maybe.
Oh, yes, I think so. Perhaps yes,
Sounds
Perkins.
familiar.
Yes.
But we are getting sidetracked.
Yes, we are.
Yes. Yes. So basically, they all look like him. Them. I believe them is a proper way to put it. They all look like them.
Mhm.
So all we have to do is look like them.
But they're not changelings, right?
No, not changelings. It seems to be that they all just look like
And
this.
do you know the exact route to this location, or do we need to,
Come again?
do you need me to spike him?
Oh, what, and then follow him?
Yes, we could pretend we're letting him go.
I suppose so, but at the same time, they will know. Well, he will tell them that he told me everything.
True.
And he really did tell me everything, really. It was like an open faucet.
I will say that we don't really have a good lead, unfortunately. These sewers themselves are massive.
They are, but they always meet near the town center. They meet with each other, and they don't have a code word, but they show each other their hands. And I can look exactly like him.
So
Them.
can I, but even near the center of town, there's so many pipes and waterways. Like,
I mean, if we did turn him loose, we could just make sure we're close enough that as soon as we know what we need to know, we could just dispatch him again.
we would.
I suppose so.
We definitely need more information, I think.
Do we know anyone skilled in the art of mind reading?
No, but I know of some people that might be able to help.
I suppose as well. I could go to the bookshop and buy myself the ability to read minds. I can do that. I'm a wizard after all.
Just that, though.
Just that.
expensive.
Oh, this is a worthy cause, isn't it? It's every day you get to be a hero.
It's true, but
Yes, in your case, I'd say it's probably a first.
Excuse me.
You know it's true.
You're the charlatan here, not me.
oh, you two, cut it out. Now, listen. I'm going to send Gust to go and talk to the Harpers again, just so that we can put out feelers. But in the meantime, speaking of spending, Rapture, would you like to, as well as buying this book, go out with us on a shopping expedition?
What exactly are we going to buy?
Well, I have some gold saved up, and to be honest, I do need some new clothes. And I was going to treat Taziel if she wanted some as well.
Oh, wonderful. So for my treat, then, you can buy me this spell.
Depends on how much the book is, but maybe.
How could you ask so much of Red Leaf Rapture? I'm disappointed in you. Just
Look,
lost.
this isn't for me. This is for all of us. This is our group venture now. We're a heroic adventuring party.
All right, but it better just be the book.
It will just be the book. I will not even buy it. You can buy it if you want. I don't need clothes. You know I don't buy clothes. So what else am I going
You
to spend?
don't buy
my money on?
clothes.
I don't buy clothes. I buy one set of clothes which cleans easily, and then illusion it to look like a different set of clothes.
All right, fair. I'll give you that one.
Why would I buy clothes when I have magic?
Because
You know,
sometimes
it's like they say,
fail.
why would you read a book if you could prestidigitation project the contents onto the wall? You know,
Well,
it's
that's a good
about
idea.
having
We should
tactile feedback.
we should
that is-
market that.
Yeah, that's
we should
actually
market
pretty
that,
good.
yes.
Yeah.
We can
Remember
call
that.
it pictographs,
I like
picture
it.
books. Prestidigitabook.
That's
Picture
wonderful.
novels.
Picture novel. That's so charming.
Oh,
We could
I know.
make coins off that.
Now, what if you project it onto a spider's web? It can be Netflix.
No, I don't know about that one. I don't know. That
No?
might not catch on.
People can eat maybe a good sandwich while they're watching it as well. We can provide food. You know, a crunchy roll.
Oh yes, that could work quite well actually.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, not too loud though, because people want to be able to hear what they're.
It's
You know,
like,
yes.
it's like, what if we add a little bit of a of a service. Maybe we could have people bring in boxes to people's home. I would say probably strong women, probably extremely buff, because those like I would assume that these sorts of things would weigh a huge amount. Maybe call it Amazons.
Oh, what if the boxes that those women brought, right? They magically enchanted with a knock spell to bust open, so we could name it Blockbuster.
I like that.
I feel like that might not last very long.
I don't know. I like it.
It'll go out with a bang, regardless.
It's true.
Indeed.
And people will remember it for ages, even people that went around when it was around.
Mhm.
You know, it
true.
has cultural significance. It's like an old play, you know, by that Spear Shake. Yes. And Mac
Yes.
Barry. Remember that old play, McBarry?
How could I forget? You've performed it at least 13 times.
Oh, it's a wonderful old play.
I thought you weren't supposed to say its name. I thought that was unlucky.
And know that you have to say it's saying it 3 times in the bathroom mirror that's unlucky.
Ah, yes. I remember I used to sneak up behind you and do that.
Yes. Yes, you did. Anyway, we're going round in circles here. We have heroic stuff to do. Let's go
We do.
heroically shop. I hear that's something that every heroic adventuring party does from time to time, and it usually takes 10 times as long as they expect.
Oh, absolutely. And they always
So-
come, and they always end up buying far more useless crap than they could ever use.
I mean, that's my modus operandi right there. So let's get going.
All right, I'm gonna go upstairs, get some coin. You guys get dressed, and I assume we'll have breakfast elsewhere.
Al fresco.
Oh, I already ate.
Well, you can eat
No.
again.
I can.
Besides, and you can drink still.
I can.
It's like, right, and she like heads upstairs.
Well, that seems
Ozil goes back and goes back to her room and gets ready for the day.
that seems like a wonderful break point to head over to see how Dave and Falja are doing, making their way over to the Guild of Glassblowers.
We just had a nourishing breakfast made out of anchovies and good berries, and then a kangaroo bar. So yeah, on our merry way now. And I'm very nervous. When walking through the streets, you can't see the horizon. There's no sand moving. Now and then, I'm touching a house side and wonder.
You
Those tents, yeah.
probably
amazing.
noticed this, Dave. I think. You know,
I noticed what?
I think Dave would probably notice your change in demeanor. As a friend, a good friend, I think it's quite likely that you would see Falja's change in demeanor and see her acting nervous, maybe.
I think I would just be being the aware friend who's the one that's keeping an eye out for pickpockets while Falja gets to kind of explore. I'm like her little safe bubble, keeping an eye out. And trying to steer her in roughly the right direction based on what I remember, although it kind of looks different from down here. A lot of times when Dave navigates, she uses the Kenku routes, which is up on roofs and as high as they can possibly get usually. So this is kind of new and it's been a while and I'm still thinking about the desert quite a lot. But yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out for pickpockets so that we can kind of safely get where we're going. It doesn't matter if it takes a bit longer than it may have done if it was just me scrolling through.
There must be many magic users here, I say to Dave. There are so many people. How good do they feed them all? I mean, that must be magic, right?
Yes.
Hail, Dave the Divine, look at my wares, look at them all. See, we've got watches, brand new watches, we've got some Fabergé eggs, the real deal, jewelry from all the way across the lands.
Shiny.
Yes, Dave, I've heard you have a a passion for shiny things. Look at these beautiful artifacts.
I like things that are sharp better.
Sharp. Well, let's have a look. I have got this fantastic ceremonial dagger. And he pulls out a dagger that is only 3 inches long. It's a letter opener. And he's like, this studded dagger is such a beautiful, sharp, shiny thing. There we go, look at that. That can be yours for as little as 2 gold.
You call that sharp? And I pull out my curved dagger. That is a sharp.
It's like,
That is, I don't know what that is.
it's that
Not
bit
sharp.
of
And I put it.
see? That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Now, my dear, I'm not looking for any trouble. I'm just trying to sell my wares. There's no need to draw weapons.
You just shout as a weapon first, I say, and put the dagger back.
I was merely demonstrating my wares.
Fine. Fuck it. And Dave is busy looking at the Fabergé eggs and like holding them up to her ear and then admiring how they glitter in the sun. Trying to work out if it's like some creature egg that she hasn't seen before, if it's just ornamental.
I bow down to Dave and I say, do you know, I never heard of a bird called Fabergé. What kind of bird might that be?
Shiny?
What kind of bird will get out of this egg?
No birds will come out of that egg. No. That is a hollow china egg, what is made to be shiny and pretty, so it can sit on your mantelpiece for years gone by.
Dave is gonna put it back and pick up a bigger one and see if that's the same deal.
Yeah, it's exactly the same deal, but 3 gold for the larger one.
Dave puts it back.
These wonderful wares. I'll tell you what, just today, I'll give you a whopping discount. 50% off, 1 gold and 5 silvers, and it's yours. Now, no need to ask any questions about these goods. These are, of course, all above board and well maintained and acquired. Perhaps I can interest you in one of the smaller ones. Just 1 gold for a little Fabergé egg.
I turn to Falja. Merciless is the noon sun.
I don't think she likes that price. She's Dave the Divine.
You're right. Special deal. 5 silvers.
Dave the Divine, do you like it at the price better? I think you can still do better.
You are literally breaking me up right here. I am losing all sorts of profit. Although saying that, these weren't the most expensive. So, last offer. Stand on me. 3 silver.
I move so my back is to him,
Mhm.
and I kind of give Falja like 2 thumbs up.
And I start rummaging through my pockets, and I have a few of the shiny coin, and I will get out like 2 silver coins and like 10 or so copper, whatever makes the amount of copper and silver,
10
and
copper
hand him
bits.
this whole hand of pocket change. Basically. Like, this is a price that Dave the Divine will accept. Here you go.
Yeah, that is absolutely perfect. Thank you very, very much.
And I will do the old lady thing of counting every copper piece in a set to make sure that adds up right.
An old wizard appears next to you. You can tell he's an old wizard because he's got a long grey beard and a big cloak with moons on it.
Does he have the hat, the cone hat?
He does have a hat. He's also smoking a cigar and drinking whiskey.
Grandfather? And I look under his
Get off! Get off! No, I'm here to investigate these goods. I hear they're going on special offer. What's the story? How'd you get these? And Blake's like, well, they've not been stolen. They've just not been paid for yet. You know. Let's tell you what. Free silver. Yeah, let's get them off my hands. Free silver. Everything going. Free silver.
Forja and Dave are like, bye.
Yeah, Falja and Dave, like, they take their egg and they're just going while whatever's going on is happening. Dave tells Falja, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. And it is a very pretty egg, even if there's no lizard or bird inside it.
And she'll take a closer look at the egg. What color is my shiny egg?
It is a duck egg blue with gold intricate swirls. Not painted on, but like look like they've been crafted on. Sort of similar to glass blowing, I guess, but with like brass work.
Like a phoenix rising.
Oh yes, it looks so beautiful. I wonder if I could do the same with the glass and make it that shiny. I mean, we could take like stones or something and put it, or like this. And I never did something like this. But if I could find it out, I could make eggs. We could even put something in there.
Dave the divine eggs.
In an egg, yes, that would be perfect. We could sell those. I bet people would want to have them. We are famous after all.
You say glass, the old man says.
Yes.
Skill with glass, have you? I don't recognize you.
I have only just arrived here from the desert.
Falja Flamemane, daughter of the desert.
That is my name. And this is what I can do. And I opened my coat so he can see the breastplate with the phoenix on it and my shield.
Without thinking, he sort of like reaches out and touches your breastplate in certain places. Like, oh yes, very fine craftsman work.
Are you trying to get fresh with me? I say, and I have hand on my dagger.
Oh.
Because I'm going to say no and then stab you if you don't stop this.
Excuse me, I was appreciating your glass work.
Yes.
As it happens, I am the leader of the Guild of Glass Blowers, Glaziers, and Spectacle Makers.
You are? That is very fortunate. We were on our way to you.
Yes, well, come along, follow me, don't tarry.
I would like to make an insight check.
Sure.
To see if he's telling us the truth.
Yeah, so would Dave. This guy, like, just, yeah.
It's a 20, a dirty 20.
Seems legit. He's grumpy as hell, but he's got like glasswork on his shoulders and stuff. Like, yeah, it seems legit.
And that is what you make yourself? I say and point at at his shoulders.
No, I got an apprentice to do this.
Okay, so what do you do? Can you do the glass that is hollow on the inside? Like this?
Oh, yeah, they're trinkets. Easy stuff.
Yeah.
I only get called in for the big fancy windows these days.
Windows?
Yes, like the ones on churches.
Huh. I always only made armor and weapons and the shields and the little baubles, and I point at my coat.
Well,
I like the amulets of the phoenix to protect a friend.
Well, yeah, we can certainly make use of you, yes. I assume you'll want to come and get a job down at the Glass Blowers.
I would like... Would you give a shiny coin for that?
50 gold.
Well,
at least.
As it happens, you would get a weekly base salary of 5 gold.
Okay.
But we also have commission. The more things you make, the more they sell, the more money you make.
I see. We need to make really good things, I said to Dave. And then we sell it for a lot of shiny coin.
My name is Ebenezer Splooge.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Ebenezer Splooge. My name is Farja Flamemane, as my friend Dave the Divine just told you.
Yes, Dave the Divine. Yes, I've heard of you, the Flying Kenku, aren't you?
Yes.
And how is that for you?
That is a problem for later me.
Did you tell me, did you have to make a
Gold for me.
pact?
Thank you, you guys.
Jesus. Well, Tweeter Justin just took back the stream boss in one fell swoop.
Wow.
Boom. I'll get to that in a moment. Tell me, Dave, did you have to make a pact with some sort of demon lord or something like that?
No. Falja, like a phoenix rising.
That is my handiwork.
And I'll literally lift my wings so he can see the metallic feathers. And
Again, his hand just comes out and starts touching the metallic feathers. Like, oh, yes, very intricate work, very intricate. He picks one out and he's like,
No.
Well, I don't understand you two. You show me these things and then don't expect me to get a feel for them.
Sometimes you only look with your eyes and not your hand, okay? It is very impolite to touch without asking.
Right.
Not very much.
Consent is very important.
Yes.
Yes, right. Talking of consent, let's go and get you some contracts. Dave, are you a glass blower too?
Yes.
She is my muse. That is very important for an artist.
And I'll look around really sketchily, and I've seen Falja do some glasswork before, and I'll just cause the first flames of a firebolt to appear at the tips of my wings as a hint to the fact that I have some power, and that's going to help me in my deception, and that I have no idea how to make glass. But I've seen Falja do it.
Yes, I see you have the skills. Come along then. Let's go and get you contracted into this into the glass blowing business.
Very well then.
Let us go. We march. Roar!
And he walks you around a few corners to a large building with very large windows, each of which is a different testament to an ability or style of glasswork. Very grandiose.
And I'll
Ooh.
point them out to Falja. It is written.
It is beautiful. I never knew anyone else who could do it, so this is amazing. And you say, how many people are in the glassmaker tribe? Can I be part of the glassmaker tribe and still be part of the Kenku tribe? Yes,
this
right?
would be your day job.
Okay.
What you do outside of your time here, I couldn't care less. As
Okay.
long as it doesn't bring any bad news onto the guild. There's 10 of us at the moment.
10.
Mostly older men. The cook, he keeps us all well fed. And a few younger boys and girls who are trying to learn the trade. You will start with them.
Mm-hmm.
People like to join us for the fun of it.
Yes. We will dazzle you with the brilliance of our work. You will be very pleased.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Look forward to it. I do. Well, come on in we go. He pushes open the door, and immediately the smell of hot smoke, warmth of
Finally, normal temperature. I say, stepping inside.
yeah, so it's gloriously warm in here. You can feel all the furnaces burning away. So, okay, we've got something. You guys aren't in the inn right now, so there's been a donation. There's been a couple of donations, okay, and there's a condition on this. We've still got a whole bunch of things to come for Gust. That's gonna come as soon as Gust leaves the pub. He's gonna get hit by about 9 wild magic surges.
OMG.
What are you doing to my familiar?
We have the option. Each of you can take 2 wild magic surges, each player. Or, and if that happens, then Dave will get a nat 1 and something bad. If Dave decides to take on all 10 wild magic surges, you can get a nat 20 and something good.
Ten. Excuse me, did you say 10?
Alright, all players in chat. Option 1, 1. Option 2, 2. Let me know what you guys want to do. We'll see. Private democracy is going on.
Oh no.
Oh, there's always one who's oh,
Okay.
I'm on the fence.
Oh, I'm not on the fence at all. I was muted when I said it.
At which point I'm gonna go.
A lot of people in
There's option number 2.
I mean, I think we know what the fans want.
I will take all 10 wild magic surges.
You brave soldier.
But yeah, chat, consider donating wild magic surges to the other players because they can be a lot of fun for us as well. But I will roll up these. Is it still 474?
Let me just check. I think we had some more last night. It's now 479.
So all the numbers are in the brackets.
Yep, got it. Okay, so highest one is 474. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna share all these with you unless there's something secret, and you can just work your way through them. So 474. Your next spell causes an additional 1d8 damage on a even roll, and
Okay, I'll make a note of that. That's fine.
yep, extra damage essentially.
And that'll be on any spell though, right? It just happens that it does damage randomly, or only on a targeted spell.
The next spell, to caster, and either it gets damage to caster or heals.
Damage someone else.
Yeah, either it heals you and damages your opponent, or it damages your opponent and heals you. One way or the other.
And I guess if I don't have an opponent, it'll just be like the nearest person.
Yeah, that'll work. 469
Okay.
is a duplicate. Whoops.
Chat, don't forget to hit the retweet button or the tweet, exclamation mark tweet, and then retweet that. Because every 10 you guys get another random wild magic surge. It doesn't cost you a penny. And also supports the channel by bringing more people here to see the wonderful game. So when you retweet, you could even consider retweeting it with a comment saying what you love about the game. And people know what they're coming to check out.
Now, Dave, this doesn't hurt you at all. But
That's
all of a sudden, blood springs from a point on your body. You can decide which point, but blood just begins gushing.
I think with Dave, the only noticeable place it's going to be like her beak, where they've got the little nostrils. She's going to have like a little beak bleed.
Okay, yeah, it just starts spraying. 398. Oh, I need to look that one up myself. Dave, you need a healer.
Okay, good job. I got my bestie with me.
Oh dear.
Oh, this isn't nice.
Okay, that's fine. We'll come back to that one. Let's get through the rest of them.
And let's put a pin in it.
Put that in a minute.
Problem for later, us.
Yeah. It's a problem for later me.
Yes.
By the way,
Fine.
chat, this is how a dog died in Warhammer, by the way. So just...
Monster.
That is monstrous.
Because they are Jim Davis.
You can now tell the time perfectly.
That's handy one. I'm an expert in the sun. Having just spent a week admiring it with Falja, I feel like that's probably where I got that skill from.
You have heard of a new goddess, and you feel compelled to worship her. The goddess's name is Alice.
Okay. We can work that in. We can work that in.
Yes, indeed. 194. I'm trying to go through in order, because target, you need to hug the closest assassin to you.
Falja counts as an assassin. I've seen her dagger. I've seen her work.
Yep, you give Falja a hug. Awesome. Dave died for chat's sin.
I'm the daughter of an assassin. That counts as well. He was the secret after all.
You can now hear colors and taste sounds.
Sympathesia.
Yeah.
Welcome in my world.
You know what it is? Is like as the nose starts bleeding, I've got this weird headache. And suddenly, like, everything in this glassmaker's shop, including the windows, everything is really magical to me. And I can start, like, tasting the colors and whatever the other one was. Smelling sound. I can't do that yet, but that'll kick in later.
Can you roll me a 2d6, please?
I sure can.
And hang on a second, because I need to do a quick bit of maths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Could you please roll me a 1d37?
1d37, okay? 1.
Well.
And I just checked. I did type that number in right.
That's interesting. You change races. For the next 7 hours, you become an Aarakocra.
I just leveled up in bed. I'm a Pokemon. I evolved.
You can talk now.
You still
Ooh,
don't.
what do you look like now?
But you still don't technically know common.
Well, we will see how that goes. Maybe this is why Dave's nose starts bleeding, because
Yeah.
form is about to change.
You find a coin with 2 heads.
Okay. Shiny.
That will come in handy. Heads or tails?
And on each of the sides of the coin, the head is the head of Alice, the sun god that I'm gonna now be following.
Of course. And, roll me 2d4.
Right. 5.
So for the next 5 minutes, you can only shout.
Okay.
And that is the last wild magic surge of the 10.
Now, what was the really bad one? Or do you want to do that later?
Your skin becomes infested with bugs.
Well, I think as Dave is changing form, the life forms that live with Dave also feel the change in the air, and they multiply really rapidly. As basically, she can cast infestation by herself, I imagine. It's like a wild magic sorcerer thing. Like, the infestation just kicks off from the fleas, so she's now like this flea-infested Aarakocra.
Except they're not fleas.
Okay, what are they?
They are rock grubs.
That's fine. She thinks they're fleas, but turns out not so good. They evolve, like they start out as fleas and they evolve into rock grubs as she turns from Kenku to Aarakocra. Because fleas bite Dave, and Dave is full of wild magic blood.
Makes sense.
It does make sense.
It's a good job you're in a place with a lot of fire.
So, this sudden change happens, like, I feel bad and I feel weird and I reach out and I hug Falja, and as I do, the wing feathers just kind of extend into much longer flight feathers, and I become like a black falcon as I change from simple dirty blackbird to masterful, fully recognized Aarakocra race. And I go, fucking hell, Fasha, that wasn't good.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
Can you? Your voice sounded different. Did you find it?
Yes, I think so.
Your magic.
There's a voice. Is this my voice? Hello, me.
That is a sign. It is a sign from. Why are you scratching yourself?
I'm very itchy, Fasha.
We need water and maybe fire to help with that.
And I look down with my still slightly bleeding beak to inspect why I am itchy. Do I see these bugs and what do they look like? You're muted, Scrap.
They look a lot like leeches. Mud brown leeches, which are just getting under your skin and just biting their way down. You can see them sort of glow with every pulse as they take things out of you, and you feel a lot of your energy going into them.
Falja, this is bad. And she starts like pecking at herself, trying to get the bugs out from under her skin, and there's like feathers going flying.
I try to help her get the things away from her and burn them in my hand.
Hey, I've seen these before. That's a rot grub.
What?
This is
What is it? How do we get rid of it?
Well,
You have
fire.
magic in here?
Fire's the only way.
I have that.
Yep, you're going to need to burn them off of you. It's going to be quite painful.
I will heal you, I promise. I hand you my bag of good berries one at a time, right? I start plucking off the creatures and burn them off her and I mean I could also summon the fiery phoenix, right? And heal you.
Yeah,
You see
probably
one
have
of
to use
them-
a dagger to like.
On Dave's stomach, just get under the skin.
Oh, I
And you can see it sort of like moving its way up. You know, like in The Mummy or
Oh!
The Matrix when they're under
Under
the
the
skin.
skin.
And it's like making its way up Dave's chest.
Falja!
Yes, yes. In a quick decisive motion, I take out my curved dagger and I cut the thing out and burn it.
Yeah.
I love you very much. Okay, this hurts me more than you.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
In a way, it does.
It's just like good berries going in.
Yes, and I summon the healing spirit, the spirit of the phoenix, to now and then touch her and heal her as I am burning my friend and have her get rid of the pest.
So this is going to take several minutes. We'll say that by the end of this, you can stop shouting, Dave. But during the time, you'll be shouting in pain pretty much the whole time, as Falja is burning probably about 20 to 30 HP's worth of...
By the end of Falja's ministrations, I just need to double check. All right, so overnight my hit points did go back up, so that's good. But after all of the ministrations, I would probably be down to about 2 HP from my original 32. As I imagine, this is quite a stressful situation, and I'm probably exhausting myself in the process a tiny bit. So she's not looking good with like clumps of feathers missing, and just panic and blood, and even like good berries chugging back in.
So you are eating 10 good berries? No, 9 because I ate one for breakfast. And I'm going to summoning the healing spirit that heals you, I think, like 1d6 every round.
Okay.
And I will have the phoenix concentrate on my friend Dave. So basically the phoenix sense they're hugging her while I'm plucking creatures from her. And I will make sure that you end up with your normal hit points by the end of this process.
So yeah, we'll say we need 30 points of healing, so however many spell slots that takes or whatever, we'll do that. And
I mean, the healing spirit stays for a while, so...
Fun fact about rock grubs
1d6?
Uh-oh. Okay.
is
Oh,
that
crap.
if you were, because they're bites, it says you take 1d6 piercing per rock grub. And if you get to 0 hit points, the rot grubs burrow into your heart and kill you.
Well, good news, guys. That didn't happen.
No, we
That's
made
what the
it.
one was trying to do on your chest.
Yeah. Good
Luckily,
thing that we stopped that.
expert with me because Faja has dealt with many horrible scarab beetles and
Oh yes.
scorpions and fire beetles and those weird slug things that Kellic had to
Mm.
eat.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm an expert. Let me work.
Well, yes, make sure you seal up all the wounds of fire. We don't want the infestation to last. And, well, I guess that was quite a traumatic ordeal for you. So I tell you what, before I start showing you how to make glass effectively, we will go and stop at the canteen and get us some nice nourishing gruel.
Food and yes, that would be very nice. Thank you.
You have a lovely voice.
So do you, Faja.
Oh, this is wonderful. I mean, I'm so sorry you had to go through all this pain, but look at you. You're so tall and you can talk.
I didn't even know what just happened, but it was kind of cool, but also kind of itchy. And
Yes.
and as we kind of walking through, following this dude towards the canteen, I imagine we passed one of these great big stained glass windows, and the morning sun is just risen to like the right point, and it illuminates it, and it's this image of a woman looking out to sea, with like the morning sun rising, and that's when Dave is hit by like whatever's happened to her. She believes happened because of this mythical woman, and she'll say, "Who is that?"
Oh, that's, we made that for the Lady Alice.
She's very impressive.
Yes. Well, she ordered it but never paid. So we kept it here at the thing there. Could still take it on, mind, if she had the mind to.
Is she a goddess?
Yeah, I mean...
An elemental?
Not,
She created her own plane?
not really, no. She's just a powerful woman, I guess.
Oh,
Faja,
yes.
do you think you could make something for me?
Sure. What would you like?
One of your shiny coins, but that looks just like her.
I think I could do that. Not in as much detail because it would have to be much smaller, but I could do that. Sure.
I would like that very much.
I will do that for you, Dan.
And I'll find you the money to pay you back for the egg, too.
Ah, it's okay. I have more. I have some, not much, but a few more of those coins, and we are going to get many more of them.
Yes, and then we can pay back the elf, and
Yes.
then we could buy our own little house, maybe like an apartment on like the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th floor. We could have a view. We could go flying.
Oh, that would be amazing. We could have like a tower.
Yes, with our own roof.
We could have like one of those wagons that tread the watery dunes.
I really want to take you on one of those. It's a lot of fun.
Oh yes, I believe so, but not jump in there because I think that the water is very cold. That is not nice.
It was very cold.
Yeah, I was very afraid. Please don't jump after shiny things, okay? I can give you all the shiny things you want,
I
but that
didn't
was meant as
you
tribute.
just went in and then
Yeah, it was like a knee-jerk reaction, right?
yeah. Like when you're drunk and you think you can fly, so you go up to the pub roof and you're convinced this is the time, and you stand there and then you're about to leap, but instead you fall.
But now you can.
I can because of you.
Are you okay with me changing you so dramatically?
It was amazing.
I'm glad to hear so. Thank you so much for all the help that you offered.
And you. I tried to save the desert for you. It didn't really work.
I mean, in a way, she's alive, and as long as there is life, there is hope, right? But You know, you came into my life, and after 6 days, I'm feeling so much stronger. I can do all the crazy magic now and all the changing shape and stuff. I think if we stick around, like, I don't know, 3 more weeks or something, we can go there and we can kick Lucian's father's ass. So we can kick him right out of there, right? And make sure that everyone gets their soul, that Lucian gets his soul back. So. And then we can free my mother for real. And we can find Theophilus and see if he learned his lesson, because he created the whole thing in the first place with his thoughtlessness.
He did. I
Hmm.
hate that guy.
Yeah, he was not very nice, right?
Mm-mm.
I also feel kind of sorry for him because he was all alone in that hut and we just kicked him into the desert and he was very old. But I mean, he's a wizard, so he will be able to get out of there, right?
He had a choice. He could have gone into the desert if he wanted friends, or he could have gone somewhere else. He had choices. I don't feel sorry for him at all.
Do you really believe that the secret was my father?
He was a very nice man either way.
Hmm.
And I'll look at the wizard dude who I've had with having long conversations. We trail behind him. What did you say your name was?
Ebenezer Splooge.
Ebenezer Splooge. That's right. You don't know Theophilus, right?
No, Theophilus Voldegrave. Yes, I know him.
You do.
You do?
Yes, God, fascinated with water all the time, giving lectures, but only ever interested in water. Damn Maine was a pain in the ass.
We don't like him either.
He's maybe my grandfather. In a weird way. It is hard to explain, you know?
Maybe we should have food while we talk about it.
Yes, well, here's the canteen. This is Cook. Cook, hello? Hello!
Are you the roof mistress?
No, I'm just here doing some cooking. No, what can I get for you?
What do you have?
Oh, just nourishing gruel.
No meringue pie with extra cream?
No, I just put all the ingredients in one big pot and it sort of goes this strange grey colour, but it's everything the body needs.
Well, I'm very hungry.
I'm also very hungry.
And my
Oh,
stomach's bigger now.
I'll serve you up 2 portions. Here you come now. Oh, yes, and it's this horrible grey-looking splat that hits the bowl. And she's like, there you go. Always eat for free when you're working here.
That is good. Huh. This is very hard. Poking it at the spoon.
Mmm, tasty.
Really?
Yes.
Well, now enjoy, won't you?
Bausha, it's free food. Do you know how hard it is to get free food?
I mean, it is hospitality, so we can't reject it. But, and I create some very spicy herbs with my druid craft and sprinkle them over. Do you want some as well?
Yes, please.
There you go.
As the spices hit the gruel, it also just sort of goes grey. Like, even the spices just kind of go this horrible grey colour. The grey is overpowering. And it smells strongly of, like, liver. Like...
Sorcery. It is a magic. It must be magic. Says I eat. And I start just putting stuff on the spoon, sprinkle it over and eat it before it can go grey.
This is a consistency, alright.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know when, like, you've got that bit of steak that's been cooked just too long, and it just goes round and round and round and round, and you're chewing it forever. That's sort of the consistency of this gruel.
This is the kind of food that you look at, and then you think, I'm not hungry, so it doesn't work.
That's just for you, though, Falja. Dave, for you, this is divine. Like, there's something about, maybe it's the way that birds don't necessarily need to chew, but just, and it tastes quite good, you know? It's just the consistency that's putting you off, Alja. Like,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't actually taste bad. Tastes,
So
hearty.
from Dave's perspective, we have a very nice lunch, especially since it's free.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, when we're finished with our lunch, I'll start showing you the basics of glass blowing.
All right then.
Come on now, don't you stand at the counter and eat. Go and sit down. Go on, making a mess of the place.
You know what she's saying?
I don't know.
I can repeat it, but I don't know what it means.
Me neither. Excuse me.
Hiya, Kenku again.
I don't know. What would you like us to do?
Go and sit down.
I think she wants us to sit. Okay. I will go and sit somewhere.
Stuart's face just makes this all up.
All I can think is that scene in Mrs. Doubtfire when
Yes.
she comes to her house and she's like, "Oh, hello."
Oh, yes.
Well, Rapture, you might have to act this later, so, take heed.
I'm very glad I'm not here. I don't think my heritage could overpower my need to RP in this situation.
Did you hear that, chat?
So, as you finish your gruel and begin being promised to learn the essence of glass blowing, why don't we go back across to the other guys who are still getting their boots on, ready to go out shopping?
I
hello!
I hate every last one of you.
You do?
Oh no, that's Stuart saying that. Don't worry.
Right, well, so I'm thinking, it's either up to you guys, but for breakfast or, well, I suppose it's about brunch now. But we could go to the dripping, dagger, if you'd like. Or we could start off the day off properly and get a bit of a bath at the same time if we go to the Blushing Mermaid.
Oh, I've heard a lot about the Blushing Mermaid. I must admit I've been tempted to try their baths out for a long time, but always seem quite expensive.
I'll pay. It's fine.
It doesn't seem right. You lost so much, and now you're offering to pay for all these luxuries.
Darling, I am a Autumn E. Ladrin right now. And you know as well as I do that as far as money goes, that I am perfectly fine to giving out.
Yes, but that does feel a little bit like taking advantage of you, really.
I chose this for, you didn't.
All right. Fine.
Yeah, so we'd head to the Mermaid. It's in the dock ward, and then we can head over to the trade ward and see what we can do.
So looking a bit nostalgic as we walk through the dock ward.
Mm-hmm. What's the matter? A rupture? Cat got your tongue?
No, I'm just very confused. I thought I saw some weird man making some strange gestures over there, and it confused me for a moment. Sorry, it was almost like he was prostrating himself. Like he had a...
Gonna look to where he's looking?
There's this... He's making all sorts of weird motions with his neck. It's very, very strange.
You need to stop staring at strangers on the street.
I'm sorry, it's just the weird motions this man was making. It was very off-putting. So, yes, right. Where are we going again? Sorry, that really threw me off.
Right, I think the plan was to go to the Blushing Mermaid. I believe we're going to take some baths.
Take a bath.
Mm-hmm.
This was Redley's suggestion.
Are you... Is that bad?
No, darling, no, it's not. But I thought we could start the day off with a little bit of a spa treatment.
I suppose so, but oh yes, I suppose. I suppose we're
We
not
have
in
some of
any.
the best wine.
I'm not drinking wine at 9 in the morning.
Sherry. They have Czar.
I'm not drinking.
Red leaf, but brandy.
Brandy. Well, if one of us is going to get day drunk, it might as well be me. She kind of
Well, you are ever so entertaining.
anyway. Besides, at least Rapture, I know that you've been interested in seeing if the stories about the mermaids and mermen are true. If they will wait on you hand and foot.
But can they really wait on us hand and foot if they don't have any feet?
I always saw that phrase referred to out like the person they're waiting on's hands and feet.
Mhm.
Did I get that mixed up?
Like, I hear that there's no tables there. Instead, it's pools that the mermaids can like come to see us. I think that's how that works.
This does sound very expensive.
Yes, expensive and I don't know. This whole thing happening with the assassins has just entrapped me so much.
Speaking of which, there was actually something vaguely relevant to that I was thinking we might do while we're in town. We spoke of disguising ourselves to eventually follow up on this lead. I have been meaning to make a few additions to my disguise kit recently.
Oh yes. One question though, sister. They have no teeth. How are you going to handle that?
I mean, you have illusionary magic, do you not? Could we not just?
That could work.
Yes, I suppose that could work. Perhaps we can find something that can augment your disguise kit a little. You know, I know there is a hat that they sell at those enchanters. A hat of disguise. Perhaps that could be of use to us if we have the coin for it, of course.
Yes, I don't know. Could we afford such a thing?
I don't know. I mean, do we need to afford such a thing if you understand?
Oh, I will buy it. It's fine.
You don't need to buy it for us.
No. On the as well as that, we do have this dagger we received from that lovely patron last night with the flaming hair. We could try and sell that for
her.
what it's worth.
And Relief goes kind of cold at the mention of her name.
Don't worry, I'm sure we won't bump into her.
Yes, what was her name?
Let's hope not.
What was her name? Forger.
Faustia or something, I believe. I seem to recall.
Yes.
She and her ghastly friend.
I don't know. I thought they were quite pleasant.
You know, I have a feeling with what happened last night that we're probably going to be seeing quite a lot more of them. So I would perhaps masquerade, as it were, your feelings there. As for now, let's...
They did threaten to throw a spell at me, so that's sort of fun.
Really?
That's just a daily occurrence in Waterdeep, isn't it?
That too.
I don't trust them. I think they have something to do with what's going on.
Well, as long as the three of us stay together, I'm sure there is nothing to worry about. I think we have all the bases covered.
You're right.
Redleaf, if she hurts you, then the recompense will be tenfold.
All right. Well, anyway, let's go.
Since when did you get so violent?
Me?
I like it.
Yeah, it was, you know, that's your youth speaking.
Excuse me, I've never been violent.
I would have to call you out on that one and say that you are much more violent now. Well, then, my tongue is being tied right now. It's almost as if a hand in the sky's brain is going weird.
Hey, I haven't got no mage hand. Don't look at me.
No, it's Bottle that anger and use it a little more effectively, I'd say.
I have total control. I am as serene as a forest pond.
A forest pond that openly tells their name to Fae.
That was one time. One time.
All it takes is one time.
He's treated me very well. I'd say it was a beneficial arrangement in the end.
Speaking of where, I suppose you got that flower the other night from.
Yes.
I
Tell
saw
you
that.
what, once we settle down, I'd rather like to take a look at that. I wondered if you could read the language, because I can't.
Let me see. She'll take it.
I assume we're just kind of walking along as we're doing this.
Yeah, we'll take it up from you.
Please be careful with it. I've never had a gift from the tree like this.
It's okay. So it's in Sylvan?
I believe it's written in Sylvan.
It is in Sylvan, yes. As you look across it, if you recognize Sylvan, then you'd be able to read it.
Okay.
This is not just a map. This is a set of instructions.
Shopping list.
Which would lead to opening the tree and turning it into a portal. A crossroads into the Feywild.
Do you tell us this?
You know why you got this?
Well, as far as I saw, it bloomed when that woman Fausia became close to the tree. I hate to tell you this, but I think the tree liked her. I'm sure it's a coincidence of some kind. Anyway, what does it say?
And she seems very hesitant to say anything. So, it's a way back home.
Your home? Which home? Which home is this?
My family's home. The Feywild.
The a map to the Feywild.
Yes,
Where does it? How do you?
It's a set of instructions to use the tree as a sort of portal, sort of door.
Well, this is incredible. We could actually, I could actually go there without entreating my this. Rapture, are you hearing this?
Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry, right. Feywild, sorry. A long morning. Yes. Well, I suppose we'll go one day. If we have a map, a way to get there.
One day, I hope soon. Think of everything you could learn there.
I would. You don't want to go there, darlings.
Are you joking? I've briefly touched the Feywild when I speak to my patron. It's somewhere I always want to go.
It's certainly an intriguing place when you know about it. Very dangerous as well, but of course danger is our middle name.
Naturally.
I would say that your romance on the idea is much more important than actually going.
Well,
You
I
know,
suppose
they
I'd have to see
say
it to find out.
they do say that the finest stage in all of the realms is in the summer court.
Indeed.
I've been there.
Well, soon perhaps it'll be time for us to go there as well.
Perhaps.
But for now,
And she'll hand back the flower.
now I think that our current locale needs our help a little more.
Yes. We must solve our issues at home first.
Exactly.
Of course.
Solve the blood literally on our doorstep before we focus on anything else.
Yes, especially since if this portal is within our own tavern, our responsibility is to protect it.
Exactly. And if there's one thing I know from the stories of adventurers and for the coin they bring with them when they come through town, they make a lot of it. We can afford to run our tavern the way we want without having to worry about such things as profit and business making if we just have enough gold from adventuring.
As long as my patron is all right with this, I wouldn't want to be allowing any old vagabond into the Feywild if it would piss him off.
That's true.
I've met him before, and who can say?
It's hard to tell, isn't it? But that makes it more fun. Anyway, magic hats.
Yes, magic hats and mermaids.
Magic hats
Mermaids
and mermaids.
first.
Or mermaids
Yes.
and then magic hats, all right.
Then magic hats.
It's still no, it's a merfolk, isn't it?
Yeah, that seems a little bit more respectful.
Yes. Because if it's a merman, mermaid, merperson, yeah, merfolk, yes. Right, yes. Well, let's get going.
Indeed.
No time to waste, I suppose.
Allons-y.
Yes, that's my line.
You were too slow.
So I'm very out of it today.
Are you sure you're all right?
It's just there's a lot happened in the past 24 hours. Too strange
Yes.
from supposedly another realm of existence. One of whom is apparently
Yes.
abroad among their people. 4 people dying on our doorstep.
Well,
We have
yeah,
a
that wasn't
man
quite so good.
with no face or many faces and no teeth. It's like Mr. Gummy, tied up in our cellar.
He's fine down there.
There's an awful lot going on, and it just plays on the mind a little, don't you think? Especially when while all of this is going on, we're deciding to go for brunch and clothes shopping. It's a
Hey,
bit
excuse
autonomy.
me, the hat is in order to help with our investigation, so I think you'll find that's wholly relevant.
I
We
wasn't-
can certainly go back if you want to, Rapture.
No, it's fine. I'm sure I need just a few moments to get away from it all, take my mind off it, and I'll see it with a lot more clarity.
Maybe a trip to the Blushing Mermaids is exactly what you need.
When you say it like that, you make it sound like it's one of those, like a brothel.
I mean, that might be what you need as well.
That's not what I need. That's definitely not what I need. You know my views on that sort of thing.
I do, and you know
Really,
mine.
she's gonna stalk off ahead.
It's just too much fun to mess with you.
Of course. Right. Let's get going then, shall we?
Let's.
That's quite a pace.
Scrap.
Yes.
From the instructions, what exactly would someone need to do to open up the portal?
I will DM you.
Okay.
Full Metal Alchemist it.
Excellent.
Man, that looks so cool.
So yeah, you can head over to the Blushing Mermaid. As you get outside, I'm guessing Guston. What was your familiar's name, Pazio?
Ira,
yes. Who, by the way, were hugging each other, scared during Rapture's shenanigans earlier.
constricting the little sprite.
As you get outside, Redleaf, could you please roll me 9 wild magic surges for Gust?
Oh no. Oh no, what are you gonna do to my baby? Alright, there you are, you monsters.
You monsters. Oh, very low, 15. Does Gust hold any potions?
No.
Not particularly relevant then. Gust has gained a little bit of confidence in certain areas.
Oh, dear. Okay.
he sort of like hops up on your shoulders and he's like, always watching. Quack, quack.
What are you on about?
He's trying to tell you that he's scared that a duck is watching him.
What do you mean a duck? And she's gonna stare around. Is there a duck?
No, but somewhere. Quack, quack.
Relief is gonna throw her voice to the side and try to do like quack, 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 quack.
He jumps inside your pack.
She'll giggle.
Let's see. As he jumps in your pack, you notice that he smells different. He smells really, really bad, like he's sweating profusely. Can you please, if you want to stay within 10 feet of him, you're going to need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I guess this is happening. Nope.
Yeah, no, I'm afraid you can't fight back the need to vomit.
And she's gonna rush over to the side of the pier. It's like,
Redleaf, what's going on?
Anyone else in 10 feet, you're also going to need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Nope.
No, I'm using Mage Hand to hold her hair back.
use my mage hand to go into the pack and like fling Gust out. Like, you smell terrible.
Yeah,
Go get washed. I don't. Oh god.
As you fling him, he flies through the air and turns bright yellow.
Ugh. Is there anything else that happens to him?
Oh yeah, so much more. I'm going up in order of numbers, you see. So as it hits the water that you throw it into, the water hisses and steams, and you can see his claws are glowing red hot. Do you know what? I'm just going to tell you this one rather than roleplay it out. Target is suddenly terrified at the notion that they may, in fact, be a were-chihuahua.
Okay. So Gus thinks he's a were-chihuahua?
Gus thinks he's a were-chihuahua.
Okay.
Or at least he's worried that he might be. And suddenly his heated claws turn into turnips.
Turnips, as in like the vegetable.
Yep.
Are they full-size turnips?
Yep.
So his fingers are now bigger than him.
Yep.
That's like, wow, that is like a concrete pair of shoes.
And still glowing red.
That's all. That's all. That's all we got so far.
That's everything.
Red hot glowing turnip fingers.
I think your
don't
familiar
know.
might be cursed.
I think he needs a nap. And she's gonna snap her fingers and poof him out into the astral plane.
I'm just gonna cuddle Ira, kind of worried that something terrible is gonna happen to him.
Ducks. I don't. Is there a duck around?
I mean, there could be. We are in a port. All right, there, Donald. I'm sure we have better things to do than go.
You can look for ducks on the way to the spa, yes?
Did you get bashed on the head this morning?
No, I'm trying to see if there's any ducks around. She's gonna start hopping around as they move around, bringing her arms around to her sides and bringing her hands into her armpits. They're just gonna start flapping and acting like a duck, trying to attract a duck that might be in hiding.
Right. Okay. Rapture, I think this might have got to her. I think we ought to just move along.
Yes, you know what? I can solve this fairly quickly.
Oh yeah.
I would like to cast minor illusion to make a duck walk up to Redleaf.
Fun. Oh, hello.
Hey mate, what you want? What you call me? Excuse me, you don't talk about my mother like that. No, you clear off right now.
And while they're doing this, Redleaf's gonna cast Mage Hand. And because she's an arcane trickster, Mage Hand is invisible. And she's going to try to pickpocket Tazio and take the flower.
You absolute villain.
So, do you roll sleight of hand for that?
Mm-hmm. I'll do so. 18.
We'll make the DC your passive perception, Tazio.
He beat that.
You successfully pinch the flower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too busy watching the duck.
Mm-hmm. Now that is in my pack. So we're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll excuse me. And she'll go around the duck. Then as soon as she gets behind the duck, she's going to turn around and give off a very rude and hostile try to pounce on the duck.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
You know what? I just dispel the duck. You know what? I'm gonna head.
I need a bath.
All right. Yes.
You made that up.
Of course, I made that up. I wanted to get you out of this strange reverie you're in. All right. Come on, Redleaf.
Oh, all right.
I know it's been a tough few days for you, but that's not a reason to act like a buffoon in the middle of the dock. I mean, everyone is looking at you. You have some class to you, at least you did a day ago. I know you're in autumn form right now, but come on. Last thing that you need to do in this juncture is to behave like that.
You know, I think you both need some time alone. And she'll smile strained, and then she'll start walking off.
Redleaf, we can't go to the Blushing Mermaid unless you come with us. It destroys the entire point of going.
She's going to dig into her pack, pull out the large bag of coin, and drop it on the ground, and start climbing up a building.
Rapture, what's got into her?
I honestly have no idea. I think everybody's a little stressed out today after what happened yesterday. I know I am.
Well, I wasn't.
Well,
And now everyone's acting like they've just gone completely mad.
just another day in Waterdeep, I suppose.
I tell you, the Feywild makes more sense than this.
You know, from what I've heard, at the current juncture, it does. I'm just not sure what to do. I know I'm not feeling 100% myself, but it just feels a little weird given what happened yesterday, to act like this.
I mean, I mostly wanted to go to the Blushing Mermaid because I thought it might relax Redleaf after, well, she lost a lot. I thought it might make her a little happier, but
Yes, I mean, she seemed much better this morning, but
I don't know what's going on. Shall we just go and look for magic hats for now?
I don't feel comfortable spending coin that's not mine, even if
Right.
it's just been given to us. And that
We could
pains
try
me to
and-
say. You realize that's very painful for me to say.
Yeah, I know exactly how hard it was for you to say that. I mean, maybe we could rustle up a little bit more gold on the street as we go.
I had no intention of actually ever paying for the hats, so
I see. Well, we might as well make our way in that direction.
all right. Yes.
Relief is going to hop over to the trade district and is going to start buying flowers.
As you do so, can you please roll me a 1d479?
Uh-oh.
Thank you for the 20 retweets, everyone. For another random Wild Magic Surge.
104.
204, that seems familiar. There is a person there who approaches you, Redleaf, and she says, "Listen, I can give you a great gift. Would you accept my gift?"
What sort of gift?
And she pulls from in her cloak a scythe, much larger than she should be able to contain. This is a magical weapon, and it calls to you.
Does it look evil? I mean, it's a scythe.
It seems to glow faintly.
You know what? A friend of mine might say that I'm insane if I took that, and that I am an idiot for doing so. That I would be making a fool out of myself in front of the whole town. But you know what? He's not here. And she grabs the scythe.
It feels comfortable in your hands. It feels quick.
How much?
Oh, well, first of all, you could just do a little task for me. You see the man at the end of the road.
She looks.
And she's gone.
He's like, oh, no. Not exactly a great gift. She's gonna let it go.
It shrinks down to tiny proportions and makes its way to your pack.
No. She's gonna try to grab it.
It will just stab at your hands.
Ow! Hey! No. We are not killing some random man in the street.
It's just trying to get into your pack.
I'm going to try to, I'm gonna grab my pack and hold it at the far end. Just here, just trying to keep it away.
It floats across.
No, and she's gonna grab it.
It stabs at your hand again.
Ow! Stop it! What do you want?
It just cuts a small hole in the side of the pack and hops in.
Are you planning on trying to get me to kill someone? I know how scythes work. I know what father would say. I would know what Rapture would say. So you're being a fool, Relief. You're an idiot. Not fine. She's going to move carefully towards the man down the street, keeping a very close eye on the scythe that's in her pack.
The thing is, when you look to see the man down the street, he was never there.
Are you a nice scythe?
You feel blood just trickle off your fingers.
And try to grab it and hold it?
As you grab and hold it, it goes back to full size.
Yes. Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
Like, I get a read on what this thing might be? Because this is weird. This is weird. Nope.
Yep, it's just weird.
I like that you just got scythe dropped. Like,
I'm
shut
gonna,
up, take it, bye.
I'm gonna go into an alley, and we use the scythe, and I'm gonna cut a random barrel.
It doesn't let you.
What do you mean?
It just stays in your hand. When you try and attack something, it doesn't let you attack.
Maybe something organic? She's gonna go put the scythe away, and she's gonna go buy an apple. Some sort of pastry.
Yep.
Okay. She buys it, goes back, pulls up the scythe again, tries to
Nope.
cut it.
Nope.
Are there any rats anywhere?
Sure, this is Waterdeep.
Just gonna try to swipe, but not try to hurt one of the rats. Like,
Nope.
she's gonna go to a magic shop nearby. This is Waterdeep.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna go in with the scythe in hand. Just like, excuse me.
Hello?
It's like, hi, I need something identified.
Ah, yes, identification. I can do that for you.
Yes, excellent. It's this scythe, and she's going to try to put it down.
Leave
on
the item on the counter and place 5 gold pieces on the scale.
Of course. She's going to put the scythe onto the counter, keeping a hand on it so it doesn't go small and freak out. And she's going to go into her pack and take what few coins she has left and put 5 coins on.
Excellent. Well, let's have a little look, shall we? This is this would seem to be a commonly known as the Scythes of Retribution. This is
Right.
this is a weapon for fast counterattacking, but no other use. It will appear in your hand whenever you get attacked, and you have a chance of attacking your opponent.
Oh. It's not evil. It's not cursed.
Doesn't appear to be.
Good. That's good. Do you have anything to melt weapons with?
You wish to melt it?
No, there are weapons that I need to melt, and I don't want to go to a forge. I need something that's portable.
Well, you could use a small crucible if you have the magical knowledge.
I would love one.
Well, yeah, I don't sell them here, and you can't have mine. You'll have to go down the street. There's a magical supplies store. Tell them Fanny sent you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks. She's gonna head out of the store, and she's gonna take the scythe, put it into her pack.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I guess you'll be around when I need you. And she's gonna head to the supply store, and she's gonna buy that crucible.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. You can do all of that. You can buy your flowers in the crucible.
Mm-hmm.
And we will skip back to Rapture and Tazil, who have some decisions to make.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what do we do?
we want to go and sort out these disguises before the end of today?
Yes, I don't want to dilly-dally around too much.
Are you or are you not going to steal them? And do you need me to be distracting?
I think it depends how much they are first.
That's a good shout.
Yes. Right. Tell you what, I'll find a magic shop.
Yeah,
I don't need one myself. I can do it, obviously, as you know.
of course. I mean, I have a disguise kit. It might not. I don't need that much more.
True, but there's
We don't
certain
need anything powerful.
there's certain things that they have, which I'm not quite sure you could achieve a disguise kit. So, short of somebody punching your teeth out.
It depends if that's the more cost-efficient option. I can always.
I wonder how much a tooth goes for these days on the market.
That's true. How much can you sell teeth for?
I don't know. Maybe you can use your own teeth to make a set of dentures. So it's your
I'm pretty
teeth.
sure they're quite expensive. You could probably sell that for.
Or like full. I once knew someone who had horse teeth dentures. Looked like a right idiot all the time.
but if you could heal and kind of regrow them every time, that could be quite a business venture. Just never-ending supply of. I mean, presumably you could make the dentures.
I think by the point in time you can cast spells to regrow your teeth. I don't think monetary values are the sort of thing you're worrying about at that time.
I mean, maybe, but anyway, we need to go check the prices of these magic hats.
Yes, let's go find that. But
Right.
first, I dip into a back alley and I transform myself to look like a lesser noble of Household Brinter.
And I will likewise head into the alley, and I will quickly change into my false identity, which I have as part of my charlatan background, which is that of a very kind of high nobility, fun-loving lady of means.
It's Taziel Wayne.
Taziel Wayne. Oh, yes.
And then I will find a magic shop, or we will find a magic shop.
Indeed we shall.
Cool. Yep, you can find a magic shop without any problem.
I'll go inside, but excuse me. I was wondering if you could tell me exactly how much it would be for a hat of disguise. I have a ball to go to, and I cannot be bothered to pay some tailor to make me one of those blasted costumes. I much prefer going there in my pajamas.
Out of disguise, yes, I could sort you one out.
And how much would one of those be?
Well, I have to see how many I've got in stock right now.
Could you look for me, please?
Yes, certainly. Wait a moment.
Wonderful.
It just like hobbles out the door. Billy, watch the shop. No, a small boy comes out from the back. Hello.
Hello there, boy.
Hello there, child.
Hello.
Look, the peasantry are out again. Yes.
Ho 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 ho.
Oh, yes. Yes. You're so dirty, boy.
Well, yeah.
Don't be so cruel to the peasants.
Oh, sorry. The plebeians are so funny when they're confused.
It's not kind to laugh at people.
No, my apologies.
Honestly, sometimes I think you're becoming some kind of dirty old man in your senile age.
Oh, I was always a dirty man.
Can I help whilst the master's looking?
Oh, no, you're fine as one.
I don't know, maybe you can help.
I can try.
Tell me, do you have any particularly fabulous boots?
No. Best place to go for boots is the place around the corner with the really difficult name to say.
Oh, that's disappointing. I was hoping we could do all our shopping in one place.
Do
Well,
you sell spells here?
hang
My
on.
wizard could use some. More training.
possibly could. I'll look in the register, see if we've got any spell books.
Oh, thank you
Yes.
ever so much.
Thank you, young boy. Perhaps one day you'll grow up and you'll be a fine servant.
Or you'll be a dirty old man like this chap.
Well, I guess we can dream. Yes, we have some spells in at the moment. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Oh, yes, detect thoughts.
Detect thoughts. What,
Yes.
like castles and
No,
and
thoughts with a TH.
oh,
Thoughts.
oh, detect thoughts. Yep. Okay, I'll have a look. Detect
Yes, no, but
magic.
do you wise, little boy, to not make fun of my stammer.
I wasn't, sir. I was trying to get the spell name right. Ah.
Hurry up, boy. I don't have all day. If you
Hang
don't
on.
tell me soon, I'll have to set the guards on you.
I mean, we've got an awful lot of detect magic. So far I've gone through like 3 or 4 pages. Oh, detect thoughts. Yes, we have 1 tome.
And how much would that be?
100 gold, sir.
Wonderful. Can you get me the tome for that?
I'll have to wait for the master to come back.
Oh, no, you won't. I will have none of that.
Want to seize control of your own destiny? I think surely by now you are far high enough up the corporate ladder to be able to make such decisions yourself.
I am your customer, and therefore I am always right. Do you want me to have to speak to your manager about your malcontented views of myself? I am a fine patron of your establishment, and you refuse to serve me.
And if you did get it for us, well, I'm sure we could see our way to putting in an excellent good word for you.
Of course. Perhaps we might even give you a personal tip.
Okay, I'll go and see if I can find it. I'm just gonna head
Wonderful.
up to the library.
So much.
And he just climbs a ladder upstairs to the library. And you are alone for a moment.
Is there anything down here that?
Worst.
Yes, yes, we are. Is there anything down here that looks expensive?
Well, there's a couple of things that look like they might be expensive, but most of the expensive items are kept behind the counter.
Can I see behind the counter? Is there anything expensive?
What?
Like in the saves box that they have underneath the counter?
I mean, if you walk behind the counter, you could certainly have a good old look.
Oh, I'm not walking behind the counter. I know how these enchanters are. I will use my mage hand to have a rummage around behind the counter.
Okay. You can find... Oh, boy. Your mage hand stumbles across a rod.
I will take the rod and replace it with an illusionary duplicate of the rod.
Raptor, are we actually doing this?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll blame it all on Billy.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Fine, we'll blame it on the master.
That sounds better.
Okay, yes.
What's that old saying? Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Yeah, this is a can you detect magic? Do you know what it is?
No, but if I spend some time with it later, I can find out what it is.
Excellent.
Right now, I'm more concerned with... I put it in my coat, but because
It's okay,
I'm...
Raptor, you can spend time with your rod later.
Because I'm illusionary right now, it just disappears into my coat and doesn't exist anymore as soon as it's on my person.
Forget to polish it.
The door opens, the hatch. You come back. Right, I found it. I found it. Just the one we had. Strange. You must be getting low on stock. One hat of disguise.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Now, how much would a hat of disguise cost me?
Yeah, well, these used to be quite popular, but not used so often anymore. I haven't been able to shift this one for a while, so... It's the start at 70 gold.
Yes, that seems like quite a fine price to me. I'm not going to haggle with you. Haggling's for common folk.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Yes, of course,
but
my
my
lord.
manservant appears to have misplaced themselves, and they're the one who carries my gold. Could you put it in the saves box for me, and I will come back in due course and get it?
Yes, indeed. Tell me, have you seen where Billy has gone?
Oh, yes, my apologies. I sent the young boy to find me a certain spell tome. In fact, he already told me the price, so could you put that in with the box as well for me?
Yes, certainly.
Thank you. We'll be back within, I'd say maybe half an hour.
Half an hour.
He's an excellent assistant, by the way. I do hope you treat him well.
Yes, he's a wonderful young boy.
He's a useless child, but I'll take your words on board.
Yes, yes. I would suggest giving him a pay rise, yes.
Paying him? No.
Oh, no, you got free labor. Oh,
Yeah, he's my apprentice. One day he will take on all of this.
Oh, yes, good. Quite an establishment you have here, yes. Right, well, tell them that, you can say, once I have my things in hand, of course, you can say that, of course, you are visited by the household printer. I'm sure Venan will be very happy.
The shipwrights, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, well, my condolences to your family and their recent loss.
Yes. Right, yes. Terrible.
Yes.
Terrible.
Yes, indeed. Who knows where these terrible wild magic surges will strike next?
Oh, yes, no.
If a lady is not safe in her own boudoir.
I've heard that they're all centered on this one strange-looking Kenku. Calls themselves Billy the Blasphemous.
And besides, that's why you always booby-trap your boudoir.
Well,
booby trap.
Well, I mean, perhaps you're more privy to information than I, but
I'm privy to a lot more.
Oh, you have no idea, darling.
I had heard that it was just a random surge of magic that killed her while she was all alone.
No, it was a random surge of something, all right.
Found bugs in her heart.
Oh. Yeah, right, well, this is a very unpleasant conversation.
I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to stir up memories. It's just trying to get to grips
with myself.
So many people come here asking me for advice on the wild magic surges. Guards knocking down my door until last night.
Oh, if you ask me, it's those youthful hoodlums with their magic and their happiness, you know.
We absolutely can't stand magic here, unless it's a magic hat.
Yes, unless it's practiced practitioners with years of experience, not some young upstart wand and a cat.
Anyone below the age of 70 practicing magic should be shot.
Terrible.
Well, they're all amateurs.
Yes.
Really.
Right. But, of course, we must find your manservant so we can get you your coin.
Yes, well,
yes.
I'm going to go and find Billy. Stupid child's already got lost in the library. He keeps wandering into the section with the dangerous books.
Oh, yeah, right. I won't ask what's in there.
Yes.
All right, neither will I.
Goodbye, yes.
There's a reason books are chained to shelves sometimes.
I'm chained to a shelf sometime myself, if you know what I mean. Goodbye.
That didn't seem very noble. So...
I'll show you my Dungeons and Dragons.
Please don't bring that up again.
I will pretend to be flustered and leave.
You leave?
Please break in and go upstairs to the library. I need it.
And I will go into the alleyway. I will change back into Rapture.
As I will, back to Taziel. And then I will punch him. Really, that dirty old man act is far too convincing.
Oh, I've seen enough dirty old men in my time.
We both have.
Unfortunately so, yes. Right, let's give it a few minutes for Billy to get back, and then you go around the back and cause a ruckus.
Gladly.
And I will slip in there and make away with that disgustingly child-abusing man's valuables.
Yes, and yes, if anything else looks fun while you're there, make sure you swipe that as well.
Oh yes, I'm just going to take the whole box.
Excellent, excellent.
Wonderful. All right.
Fantastic. All right. I'll actually hold on a sec. I just gotta be prepared. And I will quickly do a quick disguise kit, so I look like an elderly woman. Get some
Yeah, you
like
can
talcum powder in my hair.
paint yourself old. Yep.
Yeah.
How's this?
Mm.
Convincing?
As always, it's really quite disturbing. I hope you
I
don't
think
turn
it's
out
my
like that.
turn to be the dirty old person.
All right then. Well, I'll leave you to that. Enjoy that. I'm going to go far in the opposite direction from what that's happening.
Good luck.
Oh yes, right. And then I will disguise myself as a Waterdhavian god.
Okay. And what are you doing with this new image?
I'm pretending to patrol the street, waiting for a disturbance.
And I'm going around the back of the shop.
Okay. The back of the shop is, it's just looks like a small house. There's a like servants' entrance where they would come in and out and not use the shop front.
Is there anyone around right at this moment?
No, you're in an alley.
So I look to see if there is anything particularly incredibly loud I could knock over and cause a general ruckus.
There are some bins and litter.
So I take a few steps back, and I take a pot shot at the bins and litter with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Yep. It goes off exactly as you are expecting it to. Carry on.
So big kind of boom, all the bins fly everywhere, stuff just kind of rains down, and I start calling out, Petunia, what are you doing? What? You've made such a mess. Oh my god, can someone help me, please? Please excuse me?
You hear a window open, like, oh, yeah, look at that mess. Billy, you stupid child, stop wrestling with that book and get down there. Go and tidy up the yard.
Hello, good sir. Could I ask you for some assistance, please? You see my blink cat? It just popped out of nowhere. It's made such a mess. I'm trying to catch him.
Yes. My apprentice is on his way down to help you. And
Oh, please, I don't know if your apprentice could be... You look like you're a very capable gentleman. Please,
well,
I implore you for your aid. I can pay handsomely.
Well, I suppose I can probably help a little from here. And you see a mage hand appear and start sweeping things together.
Oh, thank you so much. Hey, let me help. And as I go try to also search through things, I'm actually just making it messier.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, so you have them distracted. Billy appears. Oh, no, okay, I'll try and tidy everything up.
Oh, thank you so much, young man. You're such a kind and generous soul.
And as that happens, I will pretend as the guard to hear a disturbance, and I will rush into the front of the shop.
The shop is empty.
All right, I will mage hand behind the counter and take the entire saves box this time.
Yes.
Then I'll turn invisible and walk out.
Success. You successfully have stolen the items required.
Yeah! And then back in the alleyway, I will turn back visible, and I will, using minor illusion, just create a very loud sound of a cat at the end of the alleyway.
Oh, was that my darling Petunia? Oh, I'll be right back. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you.
Oh!
And then cast rope trick and start clambering up into it.
Okay. Well,
And then once Taziel is up, I will pull the rope up and we'll just sit there for an hour while everything cools down.
I think I enjoyed that more than going to the spa anyway.
Oh, yes, it certainly gets you sweating just as much as the other one would. Right. Let's pick through our spoils.
Excellent.
And I will
This
just...
time you're doing the old lady routine.
Oh, I make a wonderful old lady.
You really do. It's quite charming.
Beatrice is quite the looker. All right. And then I will see what we got.
and with that, I will pan across to Dave and Fauja to round off today's episode. Dave and Fauja, you're going to spend the day with the glassblower learning glassblowing.
And I would like, if they want an example of the craft, I would like to use one of my net 20s that have been sitting there all shiny. And use one of those to dazzle them.
Ah, yeah, that's very good indeed. Perhaps we can get you on an accelerated course, get you working on some more of the more complicated stuff. You, however, Dave, I would like you to start with these molds, okay? You see the mold, you can follow this boy here, he'll show you what to do. Essentially, you're just making glass orbs, just big old balls of glass, and,
Dave will follow. But as soon as she sees the items, she'll try and remember what she saw Fauja do, and she's gonna try and use a firebolt to make the glass molten, and then with her mirror, no, that doesn't make sense. With her gust spell, use that to shape the molten glass, and fill it and turn it into a globe. And I'll spend a nat 20 to make it a really good one. Because Dave doesn't want to be away from Fauja, and so she's really determined to show that she's just as good at this thing that she's making up as she goes along.
And yes, you find it surprisingly easy to do this. You can make these glass orbs very well, and as soon as you've made 5, in the time it's taken this boy to make 1, an older boy comes along and says, "Come on, I think we need to put you on something a little more complex, so you'll be wasted here."
Show me the way.
Yes, come, we'll go and join your friend. I believe she's making Christmas decorations.
Oh, good. She's very talented.
So these decoration. Oh yeah, good point.
Wintermas?
Yeah, why not?
Winter solstice.
Yeah, she's making decorations for the cool Yule.
Something to do with Pelor.
Yes, Palemus, Palorus, who knows? Anyway, and you are now making literally glass... Alismus, yeah. Glass baubles with, like, just glass decoration on top. Very thin. And, do you know what? I'll carry the nat 20s across as your good thing. You're both amazing at it. And at the end of the day, he looks across your work and goes, "Yeah, well, you worked very well, very hard, and created a lot of items. Now, I don't normally do this, but I think to give you a bit of incentive to come back, because, frankly, you're both very good. Here is 5 gold pieces up front, and the commission on your works today. So that makes 8 gold pieces altogether, each.
Thank you.
Now, if I will give you a copy of the contract tomorrow, we can get signing. Essentially, it's Monday to Fridays, 8 hours a day, making glass baubles. 5 gold a week, with a commission on top.
What do you know about the assassin's contracts?
Assassin's contracts or nothing like that. Well, I mean, I've heard you can take out contracts. I try not to get into those sorts of things personally.
Very sensible. There's nothing worse than when there are assassins afoot.
That is true. Tell me, do you ever make armor or weapons? Or just the baubles?
Well, you know, we once made a ceremonial piece. My mic is falling apart. Give me a second.
Hold on.
Skrash, skadoodle. Your mic is
Your
available.
mic is
I'm just gonna have to hold it. Sorry for the extra noise. I'll have to get a screwdriver on this in the meantime. We've made a ceremonial piece once for an ambassador from the elves. They like their glassworks, but
Would you like me to do the weapons for you as well? The orcs always liked them, where I came from.
well, there's not much call for weapons, unfortunately. Most people just like trinkets and baubles.
You haven't heard the rumors then?
The rumors.
Yes, there's something terrible going on in the city.
Oh.
That's why I asked about the assassins. We came across one last night.
Oh.
And they were explaining there were all sorts of contracts out there.
Between you and me, best not to get involved. Do you know the old saying, the heights are paved with daggers? It means that the higher up you get into these... the higher rank you get, the more you get involved, the more dangerous your path becomes. I'm happy with my lot as a glass blower. I try not to get involved with anything else. I don't make any enemies here, and here you can be safe.
Good. We've had enough trouble recently.
That is true. And I always liked to make the baubles.
Yes.
Have you ever made glass murals?
Glass, what? Sorry.
Like glass murals, like depictions of things that had happened on a wall?
Oh, well, we do the glass windows, but not murals on a wall. No, you'll have to show me. Perhaps this is something else that we can branch into.
I could do one on this wall, and then you can tell me if you like it, and we can offer it to others.
I tell you what, why don't we make that your first task tomorrow? We'll get the contract sorted, we'll get you all signed in, we'll get you a nice uniform, don't want to ruin your lovely, he looks at Falja, clothes, whilst you're here, and you can start working, we'll start working immediately.
I would like that very much.
Do you have lodgings in the city?
I look at Dave. Not really, right?
We have places we could stay, but if you have something better... We've only just gotten back to Waterdeep.
Well, actually, one of the boys' mothers runs a hostel where you could stay. It's 5 copper a night, which is very affordable on your new salary.
That is true.
Is it high up? Is it a room with a view?
Oh, she has one of those large complexes. You can probably get a high-up room, I reckon, if I put in a good word for you.
That would be amazing.
Yes, that would be great.
I will do that for you. In fact, I'll write you a letter you can give her, signed and sealed with my personal seal.
And can I ask a question?
Of course.
How about the magic? If we use the magic in the streets, people don't like it, right? Is there a way to get like a letter of recommendation so we can use magic that is not harmful? Like
Tricky.
If you fall into the ocean and are very wet and would like to warm yourself and would like to have a bonfire to dry your clothes, would that be okay if we had a letter of recommendation or like a maybe like, I don't know, like a chieftain staff or something that shows that we can do that and that we are allowed to?
Tricky. That never been necessary before. Usually magic is reasonably well accepted around these parts, but the recent wild magic surge epidemic has had everyone up in arms, so there's no real precedent. Or at least it is unprecedented. We've never had to have something like that before, but I'll raise it at the next governor's meeting, and we'll see if we can get some sort of...
Today was very strange. I've never had that happen to me before. Wild magic sounds awful.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes. And my hair flickers slightly blue as I'm lying. Yeah, that's never happened to us. That must be horrible.
And that is where I am planning to wrap up today's session.
Okay.
Is there anything else that any of you would like to do before we wrap?
What? No.
No? Fantastic.
That's the room, maybe.
Yeah, I mean the room's nice. It's good lodging. It's pleasant. So excellent. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. It's a bit more relaxed than normal. I can't remember the last time I didn't kill anyone or do anything in a game, and it felt weird. But I hope you all enjoyed it. This time we'll go the opposite way round, so we'll go down, up, left, down, up. So we'll start with Rachel. Rachel, what was your favourite part of today's session? Who are you? Where can we find you online? And all those other wonderful things.
Oh gosh, I don't know which one to pick. There are a lot. Just anywhere where you were doing great voices, which is all the time. I did love Billy. Billy was perfect. So yeah, I am Rachel. I am at Talanea on Twitter. I do a lot of stuff. I make D&D themed jewelry. I do artwork. I've done a few characters from this campaign for Inktober. I will probably do many more. I'm also rolling dice on Mondays at 7 p.m. UK time at a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition live stream over Blood on the Thames on Twitter, which is pretty hopefully easy to find. So yeah, that's basically me, and it's been a fantastic session. It's been great to play with you guys.
Fantastic, thank you. Unfortunately, I'm literally holding my mic up to use it right now, which is not ideal, but here we are, I guess. So next around, we have the wonderful Chorus. Oh, hi, Chorus.
Hey, it was nice getting a relatively calm game, though poor Gust. I don't know how long that whole radish thing is gonna be around, but hopefully not too long. But you can find me on Twitch and on twitter.com/KorosRPG, and I have my own web show on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time called Firelight, where I take a guest through their own personalized one-shot each week. And I'm also going to be on Capricorn Cross's channel on Friday at 3 p.m. where I'm playing Soldar, a wizard that wants to destroy the whole entire concept of death.
Awesome and interesting. Thank you. And your favorite part of today's show?
My favorite part was probably seeing Dave and Fauja get some time to just hang out. It's probably the best.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, talking of Dave and Fauja, we'll skip across and go to Charlie next. Oh, hi, Charlie.
Oh, hi. My favorite part of today's session, I really enjoyed when Rapture was interrogating the guy in the cellar. I think we got a glimpse of the darkness that is Stu DMing. I think a glimpse of the gritty undercurrent that runs through this wizard. I'm very excited, but I also love the contrast to the tomfoolery and hijinks of Tiziel and Rapture as they were scoping the place and then stealing from the magic shopkeeper. Obviously, I loved getting to hang out with Fauja, and the transformation Dave went through was quite the ordeal, but that was kind of cool. I think it's nice that I've never had a character that had a job before. That's kind of exciting. And I am really interested to see what Red Leaf does with the flower and the magical portal to the Feywild. So yeah, lots of things I enjoyed today. I am at Frost from Fire on Twitter. You can find me here Mondays and Tuesdays, both in 1 p.m. slots. On Mondays, I DM Call of Cthulhu. You can catch up with that over on the YouTubes and in the VODs. And then on Wednesdays, I play Warhammer over on Encounter Roleplay at 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK. We are ne'er-do-wells, and we are not doing well. I think there's a fair description of what's going on there. And then on Fridays, I have Roll Up, and we are building a 4E Warhammer character. It's a lot of fun. The wonderful Jim Davis from WebDM has joined me. and that's at 5 p.m. Eastern, and it's just a 45-minute show, so it's a nice little chill Friday thing. Come and hang out. I give away dice. It's fun. Yeah,
Awesome.
That's me, and that's all I do.
Thank you so much.
One last thing I just remembered. On Sunday, I'm playing The King is Dead over on Katie Face's channel. That's a new thing that was only arranged like today, but I'm very excited because I've never played that before.
I got so excited when you like said to Katie in chat yesterday, like, "Oh, so we're gonna meet up on Sunday." I was like, "Katie's in England."
Sorry.
Like, I was gonna be all over that, but yeah, that sounds awesome. I can't wait to. I'll give Katie a shout out as well.
Katie is wonderful, and everyone should go and love on her.
She is. She also DMs on this channel on Thursdays. Thursdays in the next slot, which is at 6 p.m. But next around we have the wonderful Tahina. Oh, hi, Tahina.
Hey everyone, I'm Tahina. You can find me on Twitter at Tahina_Andale. Thanks to Scrat, I met Archmage Derek, who also hang out in chat, and we've become very good, fast friends. And since for a week now, I have been a member of the Mage College. I'm the Archdruid over there, and I wrote a sub-race, or a race called the She, with the Unsilly Silly and the Unaligned Nobles. You can check that out. I'm going to put the link there in chat.
Thank you.
And when I'm not rolling dice here, I'm normally rolling dice over at Fumbles and Fame, and there is a new channel out there, Goldheart Gamings, and this Saturday is our premiere. We are going to start playing Waterdeep Dragon High, so I'm going back to the city, and I will play my warlock Santa Quinn, and I'm so excited to see what's going on over there. So I'm going to also share that link with you, and I hope some of you will show up. We play at 11 a.m. EST, so should not conflict with the games over here, I think. Hopefully.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, I don't think so. AM EST, no. Our first show's at 1 p.m. EST, so you guys can just come straight on over afterwards.
Should perfectly match then.
Yeah.
And my favorite part was to finally really talk to Dave, who has her own voice now. And you know what that means. Forja was so determined to find Dave's voice. If she loses that again, she's like, we will get that back. We now know you have it. We need to get it. And it was amazing. And I also enjoyed the shenanigans that Chat Pat Gust threw. He's one of my favorites. That poor little Sprite, Chat, by the way. Sprite.
Yeah, poor Sprite. And also, yeah, well done to Charlie for taking on the 10 Wild Magic Surges. Like,
oh, yes, that was so
pretty
brave.
Awesome.
That
yeah,
was
that
so
was.
brave.
To share them with the crew, it's always fun when everything happens to everyone, but chat said that the team was split, so I was like, that's fine, I'll take them all in one go. How bad can it be?
And good things
Thank
prevail.
you to Chat for all the donations.
Yeah. And for hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And last but most certainly not least, the man who winces at the northern accents, Stuart.
Hi, I do wince at the northern accent. Hi, I'm Stuart. You can see me on Twitter. I am Adama, and tonight, I have to selfishly say that I really enjoyed interrogating that assassin. That was, as Charlie says, that was playing to my DM side there. That's what I put players through on a weekly basis. Speaking of which, you can catch me DMing on Monday nights over on twitch.tv/Susanna Grace, where I am the Dungeon Master for Kurion, an adventurous tale, which is set in Kurion, my homebrew world, and you can see as the party there navigates their way through the mishaps. However, right now they have just found themselves in the plane of Earth after spending some time in the plane of air, and one of the party members went on a date that was perhaps the most awkward situation I've ever seen. But yeah, let's see how that goes in the future. And as well as that, you can catch me tomorrow night on Susanna Grace's channel again, because I basically live there, where I will be playing Davalan, the elf paladin in Bite Club, Susie's Curse of Strahd game, which is basically Van Helsing in Barovia. And we're adopting half of it.
Sounds incredible. Bike Club, that's inspired. Well done, whoever came up with that.
But yeah, it was someone on Susie's Twitter, but now apparently it's also a really hammy, bad vampire soap opera from Australia.
Well, I mean, you know, whatever floats your boat, you know. Like, I'm just trying to see if I can do anything with this microphone. It's all over the place.
And it's also a motto that they're using on MasterChef this year, apparently. So, you know, everyone's just stealing our idea.
Bastards.
Yeah.
It's alright, you'll steal their fans.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that just leaves me.
What was your favourite part of the show?
Yes! Still.
What are you doing?
I said what my favorite part of the show is.
No, Scrat. Is this Scrat?
Me, yes. My favorite part of the show. My favorite part of the show was probably figuring out how to relax with you guys and not throw chaos at you all the damn time, which, you know, feels good, man. Feels good. I loved interacting with Dave. Like, properly interacting with Dave. Like, I tried to make more effort to interact with Dave a bit more this week, and it was very rewarding. So thank you for that, Charlie. Who knows what's going on with these other three? These rabble over here, Rapture, Tazil, and Redleaf. God knows what they're up to, and absolute rabble stealing things and all sorts of stuff.
Money.
Here are my links. My Discord is fun, it's inclusive, it's safe. People will talk about your D&D, they'll talk about anything else as well. Get in there. Twitter, we have I think about 48 spots left for games before the end of the season, so send me a DM and we'll get you a game. We're running out fast.
That's the 3 viewer games that are run on this channel per week on Wednesday and Thursday.
Free viewer games of up to 12 slots, so we're getting through them pretty quick. And YouTube, we are catching up rapidly. I will be starting on the premieres of this week very soon, of this season very soon, and we'll also be looking at getting some I forgot what they're called, playlists sorted out. We are now full time, so we rely on your support. Thank you very much, everyone, for your amazing donations today. Amazing. I think, like the villain pointed out earlier, that we've hit half of our monthly costs goal. So thank you. We still have 15 days, and that's looking very promising. This makes me very happy that I might get to keep doing this. You know, it's awesome. Other ways you can support us is through Patreon. We also have merchandise. We don't have a competition as yet, but we do have a new sponsor in Bird in the Storm Publishing, who will be creating content for us in the new year, but for now you can check out their merch and their Twitter there. I believe tonight our war cry going in is I just gained a level in Bird. Was it? I just gained a level in Bird. So if we could get that in chat.
I just leveled up in Bird.
Yeah, so let's get that in. Let's get that in chat. I just leveled up in Bird. That's our war cry tonight. I'll also give a version with some Scrat hypes in there. So you can use whichever one you like, guys. Whichever one you have access to, rather. And let's go across. Today we are going to raid the Great Haley. The Great Haley, she plays on this channel every now and again. Right now she's playing some Overwatch, so we're not going on to more Dungeons and Dragons, but she's a very entertaining streamer, no less. So going across, share the love. She's worth a follow. She's fun. That's the Great Hailing, not the Great Haley. That won't get me anywhere. There we go. So that's cooling down. Like I say, we are now full time. So Monday to Thursday, we stream 1 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. EST. And on Fridays, we stream 1 p.m. every week over on the Greyhawk channel, and 8 p.m. every alternate week here doing the Wild Blue, a Lady Blackbird adventure, which is split across us and another stream of the table. So let's head into the raid. Keep evoking emotions, everyone. I'm going to go fix this mic. We'll see you next time. Bye!